What's up, K-Town? Bum. Oh, yeah. So what I was saying, it's the Redfield ratio. Um, your numbers don't really matter in the sense of if your phosphates are zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.3 or zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.8, you're still below that range where SPS is happy. But it's 16 to 1 or whatever it is, 117 117 to 14 to 1, something like that is the new number. Oh, let me pull it up so I can see it. 117 to 14 to 1. So basically, you're supposed to have 117 parts carbon to 14 parts nitrates to 1 part phosphates. Well, there's no way to measure the carbon. That's your feeding. So what you have to do is you feed as much as it can take, basically, but you want 16 times the nitrates as phosphates. So if you've got, 0.1, then you should have 1.6, give or take. That's your stability point. So if you have 5 nitrates, then you should be running 0.35, 36 phosphates. What's up, K Reef? Ryan. I've got the link there if any of y'all want to come in and talk. If not, I'll sit here and talk to myself. Ah, what's up? What's up?
Hey, so I have a question. So that's where the problem falls when you have really high nitrates, let's say, and then low phosphates, is to try to get one down without the other kind of thing.
Correct. Trying to
Yeah,
drop one or raise the other. So, what
yeah,
some people will do, let's say you have 15, uh, 15 nitrates and or 14 nitrates, okay, and you have 0 phosphates, point
yeah,
0.1. So, this is 14 and point 0.1. Well, you really should have 14 and 1 for that ratio. So, what some people will do is bring up their phosphates by actually dosing phosphorus
okay,
and then drop both together with Chaeto because Chaeto will keep it in balance, or Caulerpa or Refugium.
hmm,
Algae will suck it down at an equal level.
yeah,
Basically, I don't know. Um, I'm sure you took chemistry in high school.
yeah,
When you're doing moles and all that, you have your constants and it's always whatever that stupid number is for moles, atoms to moles.
yeah,
And it's the same way. It's just a weird balance number in nature.
yeah. And I since I've been growing out, I have Caulerpa, but that Caulerpa is just getting out of hand, which is good. But ever since I've been doing that, I did notice that. So now they are coming down, but they're coming down together. Where before I could, with GFO, I could get my phosphates down, but my nitrates would just, well, stay the same or climb even. They wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
come down together. Now with that great big chunk of Caulerpa I have in there, like it's massive, that's where I'm now noticing they're coming down together.
Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
enough Caulerpa to where its new growth will outrun your feeding, your accumulation.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense now.
Yeah, Ryan, it's a rate of consumption. It's a balance number, though. So it's going to consume it at that rate. So the idea is you want it to be at that percentage, that ratio in your aquarium, so it can suck it down evenly. You know, even if your stuff is stupid high, 75 nitrates and whatever it works out to, 5 phosphates, then you put in a massive refugium, drop a bunch of Chaeto, it will come down equally to whatever you stop it at. Now, a couple of things I've read and talked to different people, supposedly like Chaeto, it stops at 3 nitrates. So the lowest it will go is 3 nitrates. You may read 0, but anything below that and it stops its growth. And then as you get a little bit of, it's just like hair algae. You can read 0, but if you have hair algae growing everywhere and you're reading 0, it's there. It's just getting soaked up faster than it can get in the water column.
To read it. Yeah. So if you're at 0, you can't, like, it would die off because it wouldn't have anything to eat.
If you were at true 0,
Yeah.
yes, which
Yeah.
I've had happen in my 75. I would, because it was a predator tank. So, I mean, I did feed kind of heavy, but I only fed them every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
And they would build up detritus still, but it wouldn't break down fast enough. So I put Chaeto in under a Chaeto light, and it died off. And then my levels started rising. And so then I put Chaeto back in, and it grew really fast, and then it died off again.
Because it just fed on itself, like on
Yeah,
exactly.
it fed itself out.
Yeah. So a refugium with really low nutrients is hard to, like, super low. Yeah.
Yes, it is. If you look at, yeah, I had a good, I mean, it was growing. I even had it die in an algae reactor. I had built a Chaeto reactor, and it would fill the reactor every, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. It was the Phosban 550. I'd have to empty it every 5 or 6 days, and it ran like that for about 2 months, and then all of a sudden it stopped growing, and it just started bleaching out because it didn't have anything to feed off of and was still taking in the high light.
Yeah.
But that's why if you look at iodine, and I've heard iron makes it grow too. You know, now some people preach having multiple types of algae because like grape caulerpa will suck out more phosphates than nitrates, whereas
That's what I have.
yeah, Chaeto sucks down a lot of nitrates and a little bit of phosphate.
Yes. So I should have another section to do Chaeto with it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just different theories. Yeah. You can put them together.
Oh,
you can grow you can grow your little ball of Chaeto next to the caulerpa. It won't hurt anything.
Here, I'll put my camera on. I'll show you my. Okay. So that's my
Caulerpa.
Cool. Yeah. But it's pretty full. I can move that. Hang on, let me get into the right place here. I can move that. I just have a egg crate separating it.
Mm-hmm.
So I could move that over whatever I want and still have a bunch of Chaeto mixed in with. But does the Chaeto have to tumble though, or it doesn't have to? It can just sit in there.
No, the Chaeto can sit in there. I mean, people like to tumble it because you get better growth off of it. Okay. But, you know, because if you got a big ball tumbling, then it's always growing all the way around. But like mine, it didn't tumble. It just sat there and grew.
Okay.
Whatever's on the bottom will, that's the thing. Now, if you don't harvest the Chaeto, whatever's on the bottom will die. Yeah, so that's why you got to kind of
and stir it. Yeah, like this, even this ball here, like I'll go in there and I'll tumble it. Like, once in a while I'll just go and turn it.
Yeah.
Otherwise the bottom turns a lighter green.
Bingo.
Yeah. So I just go in and I just kind of flip it around
Yeah.
manually. Yeah.
All it is something different to try. I mean,
Hmm.
believe me, I'm no expert. I like to read. I read a lot. I
Hmm.
talk to a lot of people. I'm very good at retaining information and reports, basically.
Hmm.
Um, because I mean that's what we were hammered in school where I went to school.
Yeah.
And so oh
Yeah. So,
shit, sorry. And
yeah.
so I mean different types of Chaeto, I mean different types of algae. Well, if your tank is fine, you know, why mess with it? But if you want
Well, it's
to and
not.
you can get some Chaeto, add some Chaeto and see if it helps.
Yeah. Because what my plan is, so I have this 60-gallon here. So I just kind of got this set up from a 50 that was there, but I'm going to do, that's why I sectioned that Calarepa off. The rest of the tank, I'm going to put in, I want to do like macroalgae and stuff too, like a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
different, yeah. Yeah, it's just temporarily tied into the 180 here, but I got to move all this weekend, but
Yeah, so it's a display refugium.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you got it with egg crate. You can do the Chaeto on that side with it. You can
Hmm.
put the Chaeto on the rock. It will grow in rock.
Oh,
It
okay.
just it doesn't look pretty. The
It,
Caulerpa will too. You can add feathers Caulerpa and what's the other stuff? Dragon's breath. And
hmm.
dude, if you look at people that do look at Michael Aaron's nano. He's got
Yeah,
3 or 4 different types of algae, that he rubber banded to the rock, and eventually it'll attach itself.
just take off, yeah. Here, Ryan, sorry, there's the Blasto.
Yeah, I do not have a
Yeah,
blasto.
yeah.
I
He was
had
just asking.
one and it died. I
Because
killed one.
is it low nutrients or because I don't have anything
Well,
big?
my tank I have now, I had a 75 running as a predator and softy tank.
Yeah.
Then I started a nano cube for the nano challenge,
Hmm.
24-gallon cube. Finances are a little tight. Work got busier. We're looking at having kids. I just got married this year, all that kind of stuff. So I broke down both of them. And basically, what I had in the nano cube is now in a 40 breeder. And my
Okay.
brother had a bunch of hang on back equipment laying around the house. So he gave me the hang on back equipment. And I just have an undrilled 40 breeder with a 110, AquaClear 110,
Yep.
and a Reef Octopus Classic 1000
Hmm.
on the back of it. Now it's been up for about 2 to 3 months like this. Now, when it was in the nanocube, I was having trouble keeping stuff alive. I was melting SPS. I killed blastos. Um, my Euphilia was doing pretty good, but it wasn't great. But since I moved it to this, essentially doubled the water volume because all I did was take the same amount of rock I had in the 24 and it's in a 40 now spread out. It's fantastically better.
Yeah.
And that's what I did my tests today. I was 0 and 0 for nitrates and phosphates. I'm at 9.3 alkalinity, 430 calcium, 1380 magnesium. So I'm right where I want to be.
Perfect.
And I got a encrusting Monty last week, and it's can't really see any growth on it, but it hasn't melted, so I'm hopeful.
So that's 3 months you said in there?
2.5
2.5, yeah.
in this 40, yeah.
So do you have to, what about, do you have to do water changes more often then just because of the nature of it or not really? As
Oh
long as
no,
you're, no,
still I
okay.
do
Yeah.
5 gallons a week.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I did 2.5 gallons. I was doing 5 gallons every other week on the nano cube. I do 5 gallons a week now. I dose though, so I can keep up with the alkalinity and calcium in between.
Yeah.
I do 5 gallons every 8 days because of the way my work schedule is. I'm always off on the 8th day. Um, but no, because I mean, I've got a skimmer. I've got the Hang On Back 110 that's running as a fuge. It's got some spheres, biospheres in it. It's got a filter pad and it's got Chaeto with a refugium light. I retrofitted it into a fuge. It's ugly. That's the only trade off. You know, the
Yeah,
heater,
yeah,
the ATO, all the equipment's in the tank.
yeah. But it's there.
Yep. It works. It
Yep.
runs. I
Yeah.
can deal with it for now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my brother picked up I don't know, he doesn't know what he wants to do, so he's constantly buying equipment cheap and then turning around and selling it and stuff.
Yeah.
He picked up a drilled 40 breeder, but the overflow it's drilled with can only handle 200 gallons an hour. It's the nano overflow from glassholes or whatever.com.
Yep.
So 200 gallons an hour max rate.
Hmm.
Now, if we end up moving in the next 6 months or so, what I would probably do is set that tank up wherever we're going to move to, and then move everything into it and go sump then. And then I just hang the Hang On Back skimmer on the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
You asked how big is the
Yeah. It's about two. I'm just looking at it. I'm trying to look, and I don't know. Yeah, about 2 inches across, on, like the big one on the top, and then a
nice.
bunch of smaller ones underneath. Yeah.
What's the difference between a blasto musa and a micro musa?
So that's not a rookie question. I have no idea.
Present to everyone. Hold on, I'm presenting you now. There it
Okay.
is. That is pretty cool. I like the rings on it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? LFS or?
No. Well, I'm in Canada, so it's
Oh,
back. Like I'm out west. I'm in BC, British Columbia, and we have nothing out here. I had to order it from back east, but just Canada Corals is what it was called. It's where I get
gotcha.
most of my stuff from. Yeah. It came in as one, just the one head, and then it grows quick. It's a quick grower. Like now there's like probably five of them on the top side. I can't really see them because I can't get there, but and then that one and that one and yeah, they're all the way around it now.
Yeah. Now see, micro musas look like they're more like a large A can.
Oh, okay. So bigger even, like plumpier.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me stop presenting. All right. Screen share. Aha, there we go. This is a local place that has micro musas.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, they're proud of them too.
What do they want for those? Did they say or?
Uh, he has it on some of them. What I saw was like 150 to 200.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, look at the color in that.
The scientists just renamed the stuff. Oh, Micromusa is an acan,
Oh, it
okay,
is.
but it's not an
Okay.
acan lord, correct?
I would imagine not because it doesn't look anything like mine. Mine are
Oh,
lords.
that's
Lords are
all good,
tiny.
DM. But see, my lords are, oh, I say tiny, I mean, they're the size of a nickel. Ooh, there goes my dosing.
Yeah. I haven't had much luck with. Hang on. Let's see what I'm doing. Like it's just doesn't plump up really.
Your acans
My acans, yeah. Like I've had that. I mean, it's growing. I'm getting new heads, but it just doesn't.
fluff up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Billy Pipe's acans. You know?
See, that's since I moved into this 40, mine look like that. They're fluffed up.
They are.
Everything
Yeah.
has tentacles out. My war corals. Um,
Hmm.
let's see here. Yeah, these guys have some nice stuff, but they are very proud of it.
When they charge for it. They charge for their proudness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I was trying to do. This stuff right here, this rainbow chalice,
Yeah.
frags of it, whatever it is, it's like quarter size frags, are like $400 to $500.
Oh my God. Hey, Dave.
All right, guys.
What's happening, bud?
I had a little technical difficulty with my internet.
That's we were wondering. I was
Wow.
because I was still on for a while.
I know. I tried to go back, and I
Yeah,
just
you were
whatever.
you were already ended by then, so you couldn't get back in.
Shut up.
That's the like
There we go.
That's awesome. Look at that.
where we're at here. Like I'm gonna go. Reef Devin from Reef Dudes. He lives in my town, so I'm gonna get a few frags from him. He's got a few things that he's fragged off, but there's nothing here. Like nothing. You get the odd local guy that might have a.
I want to know how he got all that
soft
stuff back through customs.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. He gets the right paperwork.
Here you go, $800 for this frag of that
my
rainbow
God.
chalice.
Wow. And what? Yeah, I don't know.
No way.
I just don't see $800 there.
No.
I'd pay $800 for those micro mousas. Because just the color of the
Well, and that's this is a sale price is $275.
No.
$550.
No.
$150.
$150. Holy shit.
Yeah. $325. $120. No way. Even like the bounce mush or what's the jawbreakers.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I am paying that much for a jawbreaker.
Nope.
Never in my wildest dreams. Never.
Because I know.
Now I would pay for this if I had the money. That's a rainbow meat coral.
$250.
Acanophilia, yeah.
That's not bad.
No, yeah, those are enhanced colors. I can tell that that's enhanced colors. Yeah. There's nothing that's that bright.
That bright, yeah. But still, I mean, I'm sure it's still.
Yeah,
it's a scully, right?
No, it's an acanophilia, a meat coral. Bigger version of a scully, and they fluff up more. They're more like a giant fungi plate without tentacles.
Okay.
But they actually, the little yellow cakes you can buy to put like strawberries and stuff on?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what they look like shape-wise.
Shortcake, yeah.
Shortcake, yeah.
Yeah.
All these guys use, I've seen their stuff, is Reef Brights.
Yeah.
Blasting it with actinic Reef Brights.
I got Reef Brights.
And then the gel filter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like Dave's video tonight. Blasting it with blues and a filter. It's cheating, Dave. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my chances are I would spend $800 on a coral. I'd put it in my tank and it would die. That's my luck.
Yeah. Bauer Banky Acan. Those are expensive, aren't they?
Dave's got a Bauer Banky.
Yeah, that's he said it. Ryan asked, "Are you north of Vancouver?"
Yeah, just 3.5 hours north of Vancouver. Yeah. Sorry, I can shut my camera off and go to chat so I can.
Oh, you good? You good?
Yeah, Kelowna. That's the K-town. Kelowna. It's a nickname, but Kelowna, British Columbia.
Ah. Yeah, these guys though, I won't buy from them.
It's too expensive.
Not just that.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've met them. I won't buy from them.
Okay.
They, I know the owners. So it turns out now that I've gotten into this hobby, the guy I went to high school with, his dad owns one of the LFSs in New Orleans, which is about an hour away from me. Okay. Didn't know that. I went in there a couple of times. These guys had all of their stuff set up in his shop. He cleared out a wall, I don't know, 15-foot wall where they could set up their frag tanks and all because they didn't have a space for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the deal was they were going to pay him, whatever, a percentage off their stuff. And it wasn't a lot. It was like 10 or 15% of the profits.
Mm-hmm.
They were selling a bunch of stuff like this, on Facebook and through different groups, and got a bunch of the stuff sold, but never actually moved it yet. And then just walked in his shop one day and said, "We're taking all our stuff."
And then, because it was already sold.
Mm-hmm. But basically used his shop to grow everything out and then screwed him when it came time to sell everything.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't know the guy, because his son that I went to school with now works with him and runs the store. Even if I didn't know him, I mean, still, I'm not buying from you. No. I don't do business with people like that.
Yeah, that's shady. Unreal.
Yeah, they got a bunch of nice things, but I can, I'll get it from somewhere else if I want it. But I'm not spending that much on coral. I'm like you. I'll probably kill it.
No, exactly.
They've got one guy right now around here that's doing a 6-pack of SPS. It's like $250. But it's high-end stuff, but there's no way I'm buying 6 frags of acros when I don't know if they're going to melt or not.
Yeah. Can I buy them one at a time? Yeah. A 6-pack price, but one at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've had this up for a little over 2.5 years, but it was my first reef tank ever, and I started with a 180. And it's a huge learning curve, and I'm getting a lot better. Talking to people like yourself, right? You just kind of get a little more information.
Mm-hmm.
And it's way better than it's been. But I don't think I'd put a expensive coral in here yet. No.
No. I wouldn't. I mean, like a 180. I couldn't start with a 180 because I'd spend too much money trying to fill it in.
Well, that's the problem I'm having. I mean, the thing's empty. It's 2.5 years, but
you have LPS too, or you just do SPS?
Yeah. No. I have very little SPS. It's mostly like I have euphyllias and some. I got my nems with my clownfish. I got zoas, some mushrooms. Those guys, the green finger leather, the blastos. I got a scully, and then some torches, mushrooms. I got a SPS there, and then my euphyllias. That's basically. I started just softy because I read a lot before I started, and that's why I went 180 because everybody, small's hard. You got the biggest tank you can afford. Get that is basically what the consensus was, right? So that's why I started with 180. But man, it takes a lot to fill it.
Oh yeah, it's going to take a lot of time to grow in, but you got a lot of nice fish though, a lot of nice corals.
Yeah, it's coming along. I mean, I just turned my lights kind of back up, but so some of them are closed up. But yeah, hey, the fish are doing great. They're, growing and plump and.
Good Lord, you got enough tangs, huh?
Yeah, I got a few. Well,
you have any small fish?
Yeah. So I started off with 8 of the chromies, and I'm down to 1.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and I got an Anthea. I've got
trigger.
I got my trigger. Yeah.
Niger.
Niger. Yeah, love them.
I've got some buddies that they're firefighters, and they have a reef tank in the firehouse.
Yeah.
And they named all their fish, and all their fish are inappropriate names. Can you guess what that one's named?
Oh, yes. Yes, I can.
They've got 2 algae blennies.
Yeah, I'll just show you mine.
So they've got 2 algae blennies. One of them is named Jose, and now it's hose A, like a fire hose A.
Yeah.
But it started off as Jose because he was working all the time.
Yeah.
And so then the other one is hose B.
Jose and hose B. Yeah, my little guy's back there, my lawnmower. But you should see the gut on this guy. like, he's hiding now, but he looks like he's pregnant.
Oh, it means he's fat and happy. That's
Oh,
good.
he's fat and happy. Yeah. And then I got a bicolor, his head sticking out of the barnacle there.
Where did you get your barnacles from?
J&L Aquatics in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Are they real barnacles or
yeah,
are they
it's a
the
real
ceramics? Okay.
No, it's a real barnacle, yeah.
Because I have, so in mine, my 40 breeder, I have a clownfish, which I unfortunately cannot get rid of because that is my wife's fish.
Yeah.
I have a yellow watchman, I have a bullet goby, and I have 3 striped fang blennies that swim around together.
Nice.
I was in between those or the Kamaharas.
Those fangs are nice.
Yeah, I like them. They're active, they swim. Oh, and then I just got a pink streaked wrasse.
Oh yeah. I had one, but it jumped. I had one of these doors off, and it feeding and stuff. It jumped, and I didn't notice till it was too late. Yeah.
Well, I've had the clownfish on the floor 4 times.
Oh really?
Because when I stick my hand in the tank, she bites the shit out of me.
Well, what kind is it?
Regular clownfish, Ocellaris.
Oh, just like Ocellaris, like
yeah,
really?
black and orange Ocellaris, but she bite the shit out of me. And so what she'll do is, if my hand is over the tank, she'll strike at me, and so she'll jump out of the tank trying to hit my hand.
You. Oh my god!
When I had her in the nano cube one day, she actually jumped in the back compartment. She hit my hand and bounced in the back compartment. Stupid little fish.
Yeah, I had my first clowns were tomato clowns, and I had to get rid of them because they were just unbelievably vicious. You couldn't even have another fish near them. So I got rid of those, and then my wife sees this gold striped maroon female, big one. So she wanted it. So we get that. Then we had to get a male. So we got a male, a small one. And then they paired, and they were spawning and everything. But she was just as vicious. You stick your hand anywhere near her, and she's coming after you.
Yeah.
Then I got these two, and I can put my hand right beside them. They could care less. They're just so chill. They're just chill. Yeah, and then I have my diamond watchman, and that's why my sand is perfectly clean.
Yeah.
He goes through. I have one in here, and I also have one in. You can see the mounds that he makes in here. Well, sorry, the lights aren't set up properly. But you see that underneath that there's half an oyster shell, and he just buries himself in it every night.
See, that's mine. My dragon does that, but so I had it nice, level, smooth sand bed, and I put him in. I figured, okay, he'll sift through it. It'll whatever. What he does is he digs out around all the rocks and the edges of the tank.
Yeah, that's what you can. Because I just finished setting this one up last weekend, but I had to go in yesterday and kind of level it out again. Because right here you can see he's piling it all up. He makes a big mound. In the tank that was here before, he had a 6-inch mound in the corner. And he took it from, like you said, along the edge of the front of the glass, around all the rocks, and he took it all the way across the tank and then piled it up into that back corner, 6 inches high.
Mine, anywhere that there's an open area, he fills in. Yeah. So, all of my rocks, the way it's laid out is low. It's down to the glass. And in between the rocks, it's up high. And he just, he pisses me off. Yeah. It pisses me off because he buries my corals. That's what pisses me off about him, is he'll grab it and he'll swim up and filter it, no problem. But he will, if he gets near a coral, he'll grab it and swim over the coral and filter it on. Yep. Well, he filters it through his gills on top of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's up, Ryan?
Not much. Wondering why I'm still up.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Texas, yeah, so it's still early. Still early.
Yeah.
It's 1:40.
Right. Hey, I was wondering, are you near Okanagan?
Yeah, I'm in the Okanagan, yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Okanagan.
Is it really nice there? Somebody's been trying to get me to go there to a vineyard for a while.
Oh, it is. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
So what's the trip for sure then?
Temperature? Like
Hey,
now or in the summer?
No, I said it's worth the trip then for sure.
Oh, it's worth. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you like wine,
Yeah, I love one.
if you like, yeah, we have wineries everywhere. If you like golf,
Yeah,
spectacular. Like you're golfing through orchards, like unbelievable.
very cool.
The lake is unbelievable. The
See,
mountains, like
that's
just,
where I'm in, is the lake.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's.
What is the temperature there right now? Like
Let's
during
see,
the day?
well, today it was okay. So 20. So it's about 68 today. Yeah, cool. It's been cool though.
Jesus,
But
it
in
was
the summer,
94 today.
yeah. See,
It's
but
not the summer right now? I
well,
guess it's in the
we're going into
fall.
fall. Yeah, we're going into fall now. So in the summer, yeah, you're running, 90 in the 90s for the most part.
With what,
Yeah,
20% humidity?
yeah,
Oh, I'm in. All day I'm in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan, where do you live in Texas?
I'm in Dallas.
Dallas,
So it's not too bad, but it's still hot.
Yeah, yeah.
I live in Baton Rouge. I'm from New Orleans, and my dad lives in Houston.
okay.
It's 90% humidity on a good day.
I talk to Texans all the time for work because I'm an HVAC tech, and we're a Lennox dealer, and Lennox is based out of Dallas.
Wow. Yeah, I just got a whole new unit. Everything I'm fighting humidity right now in my house.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have that problem. We're total opposite here. We put humidifiers in because it's too dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or big reef tanks.
Yeah, exactly. I spent a lot of time in Colorado up in the Rockies, and that's the same deal there.
Yeah.
So low, so dry.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm originally from Eastern Canada, and it's a lot. It's kind of like what you're talking. Like it's humid, but it's not as hot temperature wise, for the most part. But it's hotter just because it's so freaking humid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
So
don't miss it.
you said you're pretty new at this? I mean, your tank looks really good.
Yeah, what's 2.5? Yeah, I've had a reef tank now I've been in aquariums, all my life. But yeah, but reef tanks, so I have an understanding of fish keeping, just not corals and this whole, like, you test your freshwaters, but not to the extent that you need to test your reef tanks, right? Like it's a different beast.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, or you can just look at your corals. That's another way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I do. I look at them. I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing wrong? I got to stop looking at them because it makes me.
The thing that drives me crazy, and this never gets old. Like I've been doing this for about 20. I don't know, maybe probably close to 30 years almost. And
Jesus.
You see one coral in your tank and it's not doing anything. You're like, why is that coral not good? And you freak out because one coral is doing something.
Yeah, and then you try to react, and then you kill all of them.
Yeah, no, everything else is good. You just gotta take a step back and be like, wait a minute, it's only that one that looks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've had rookie mistakes, right? But I learned from them. But I have high phosphates. Okay, well, run GFO. So I run GFO. I strip it, and then I kill all my what do you call those Monty cabs? Or that used to be. Well, it's still got. I don't know if you can tell, a little bit of flesh on it. It's starting to grow back. But you kill all that stuff, and you're thinking, oh man, I should have just let it be, right? Because they weren't dead before I stripped it.
You just saw a number you didn't like.
Yeah. And then you react, right? Just because you don't know, you just.
I still do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, and it's frustrating, but.
Yeah, Ryan, you were saying earlier that you got old school reefers that run it higher, right? Was it you saying that?
Yeah. I've seen people run even I
2 phosphates. I know some guys run it at 1.5, 2 phosphates.
Isn't Sanjay running crazy high? Is it Sanjay?
It's 2 to 3, and he runs 15 to 20 nitrates, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's because went and looked and researched it once somebody told me that. He's got it in that number. It's a mature tank. It's in that ratio. And it runs, it's been running for so long, it runs stable. He just does his maintenance, pulls his Chaeto out, whatever. And
yeah.
So
but it's always the same.
I had a really big tank that I was running as like a fish only. I wanted to have predators and stuff because I don't know, I was just
cool. Yeah.
So I got like good pumpers and triggers and things.
Mm-hmm.
They were big, man. They were like 8 inches.
Yeah.
And I had like 200 nitrate. I mean, the test kits were like off the charts.
Yeah.
Because you gotta feed them so much. And I converted that into a reef. And it slowly went down and down and down over time. But as I was going down, like they were fine at like 150 nitrate. It was.
It also depends on what they come from. If they're aquaculture or live caught, what the other people keep their tanks at.
Yeah.
Just like alkalinity. I mean, my LFS, anything I've got from him, if I let that out drop below, used to be if I let the out drop below 9, they start shrinking up. The hammers and stuff I got from him, and I ran it at 8 to 8.5 for so long that they had opened up. Well, now I'm boosting my alkalinity a little bit. I want to try to stay around 9.5 ish. It's like it's 9.3. If it stabilizes at 9.3, I'm going to leave it at 9.3 and just keep dosing what I'm dosing. But
interesting you say that. So again, you try to. Okay, everybody seems to want to be in between the 8 and 9. That's kind of so. I've been lowering my alk dosing to get it down there. So I did that. And just funny you say that now, because ever since I did that, like these guys here, they're closing, like they were pretty plump today. I just turned the lights back up, but they were, these frog spawns frog spawns were huge, plump all the time till the lights went out. Now they kind of start fading off. They're not, and even my hammers aren't as big. Like they're not as plump, but I'm running 8.2 right now.
What were you running before?
I was like 9.8 to 10.
Yeah, see, I'd go back to that. That's just me.
No, but you said that. It's just like, hey, wait a second here.
Like in your full light spectrum, like in your full lights, do those frog spawns look like?
See, I'd go back to that. It's just me.
Yeah, they open. Well, they're not as much as they used to. They used to be so plump that like it would quadruple in size. Yeah. Now it might go to 2.5 times the size.
The way I judge the health of a frog spawn is like you see how you can see the gaps between the heads.
Yeah.
If you don't see any gaps, they're doing well.
Yeah, you could see gaps now. Before you couldn't.
But I'm talking about like the peak of the day, peak light.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Peak light.
Yeah.
You used to not be able to. Now you can kind of make out the different heads.
Okay, yeah, they're doing something different.
So and it's that I guarantee. So I'm going to slowly bring that back up again.
Have you ever looked at Red Sea's formulas? Their recipes, they call them.
Their enhancements or whatever, like they're
like amino foods.
Oh, okay.
No. They have a blueprint basically. This is what your levels should be at.
Okay.
They call them recipes. So if you go on their website, they've got recipes. And then, it'll tell you what you need to dose to in that. But it gives you your levels. Well, if you look at a normal mixed reef, they suggest 11 DKH.
Oh, okay.
But your phosphates are a little higher. Your nitrates are a little higher. But when you go
a little higher anyway, so.
Right. Well, that's the thing. So when you go ultra low nutrient, their ultra low nutrient system recommendations is only 8 DKH.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting because if you think about it, seawater is in the 7.5, I think, something around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say you get better growth and better color with it being 11. And you were just saying, I watched that video on that.
Yeah, BRS just did a test on it. But that's the thing. If you're running high alk or let's say high minerals, high alkalinity, high calcium, high magnesium, especially the high alkalinity, you have to have the higher nutrients, or you have to feed that much heavier. You know, that's when, so if you're running ultra low nutrients and high levels, then you need to be, you know, feeding reefroids constantly, you know, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, your corals will start to strip because you burn them. That alkalinity will burn them if they don't have the nutrient source to grow.
Okay. Yeah.
You think I should turn up my calcium reactor then, seeing that I got so much high nutrients, and bring my DKH up a little bit to like right now it's at 8.3, but
No, because you're stable where you are, you're planning on dropping your nutrients.
right, I do. Yeah, I am.
So it's more
I
of
mean, I have to.
it's more of if you go high on your levels, then you will have to bring up your nutrients or feed more. But if your nutrients are high, that doesn't mean you need to increase your levels.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because my Duncan coral is full and plump and healthy, and all my, everything is just certain corals are just in a dither right now.
Isn't the Duncan the one that most people use as like their indicator? Like
The canary?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
indicated. Yep.
I've never owned a Duncan, man. I think I need one.
I've got one. I got it with 4 heads a month ago. It's already got 3 more sprouts on it.
I'm making a list. I started with Blastomusa, and now I need a Duncan.
Yeah.
So see, this is what I still haven't learned because I haven't seen them enough in person. But like the Bauer Banky Acan I'm looking at now, that looks like a damn Favia to me.
Yeah. Some of them are
Yeah.
really small, like so it's hard to tell. But
It's just the general shape of it. It looks like a Favia.
I have no idea.
But then they have Favia that looks like acans. I have a Favia in my tank that has little buds on it like an acan does.
So
Now, maybe it would be different as a full colony because it's only, 3 or 4 heads right now on a frag plug, but
the difference for me, like I have favites and Favia. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, right?
yeah.
The favites. But you can't see the separation as much between the mouths and everything. It's kind of just blends in, whereas the acans they definitely look like individual heads.
Well, look at the Bauer Banky acan. It doesn't. It looks like a damn favites.
Yeah.
Or Favia. It's all connected, like a big brain.
Yeah, that's how mine is. Mine's like war paint, like purple and reds, and
Look,
it's huge though. It's probably the size of a softball.
Let's see here.
I like looking at Kevin pictures. He takes good pictures.
Present. Here you go. This is a Bauer Banky acan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It looks like a Favia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a
Or
a brain coral. A brain coral.
Favites. Yeah, but that's a acan.
Here's how I see it, man. If they're pretty and you like them and you can afford them,
Yeah.
stick them in your water.
I got mine for a steel, and mine's got big like acan lumps on it. I don't know if I put my camera on, if you guys will be able to see it.
I'm really starting to like the really juicy plump acans. Those are becoming my new friends. And I never liked that stuff. It's just kind of I'm going through different phases, I think, in life.
See, my favorite is still the Lobo.
Oh yeah, those are cool too. I don't have one of those.
I have a. Oh, speaking of Australians, I have an Aussie metallic Lobo.
Oh nice. Are you guys in the month at all?
I can't hear you. Let's let DM quit shuffling around there.
There we go.
No, the camera sucks, but that's my Bauer Banky, but he's huge.
Just looks like a flare.
Yeah.
Let me see if I get my.
You guys into Recordia at all? I just kind of started rejuvenating my interest in Recordia.
Yeah, I have a couple in my tank. Yeah.
I found a really cool an orange Yuma. It's gorgeous. And they have like 10 mushrooms on the rock.
Nice.
And I just swiped it from the LFS, man. I was like, I need that.
No, I have a green Rhodactis mushroom, and I have some blue indigo discosomas, and I'm trying to get them out.
Because they're spreading like a weed, or?
Well, no, because I'm worried about the coral warfare.
There's
I have a big toadstool.
Dude,
There's my Bauer.
What? Oh, hold on. Maybe they're different blue ones, but I just picked up some really, really blue Australian mushrooms. I mean, they are like blue.
Okay, so that's the thing, is that's a Bauer Banky, but look, it's bigger. It's way bigger than a Favia is. The heads are. But it grows like them.
I think it's radioactive, man.
That is pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Now I can't put this in my system because my copper band.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying to eat it. Yeah.
Jackass.
Wouldn't you?
I'll take it.
So I just got Chato. I got pipefish in here, some miscellaneous corals.
That's gorgeous.
What are you running? 2 MP watts?
2 for what? For flow?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I got 2 M1s.
Oh, vectors? The pumps?
One for my one skimmer, one for the return. I got 2 MP40s here. I got one more. I got a J-Bowl, whatever. Yeah. And I got these 2 over here.
Jesus, my wife would kill me.
Yeah, this is in my living room, so.
Yeah, my wife would murder me.
And
See,
then I got my calcium reactor. My chiller's hooked up to right there. There's that line. Yeah, it's kind of an eyesore, but it's my Reef Brights.
I'd be murdered.
Is she into it at all? That's the thing, man. Like,
she doesn't mind it. And then I got 2 skimmers going. This is my other skimmer.
His wife must be. Mine's not. Not that much.
No, my wife is supportive, but she's not into. Like, if I say, okay, I need to spend, $8,000 to light my tank.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, she let me do everything. I got fish on the walls. I got my deer on the wall. Like, she don't care.
Nice. No, I found that helps a lot. Like, not technically married, but basically life partner. She's into it, man. You got her like a small tank, and she like, we'll buy corals together. She'll like, she's like, pick those, and she's like, you pick these, and put them in others' tanks and stuff, and it's cool.
Yeah, that's what I found is I get my wife involved. So like if I'm making an order on like from Canada Corals where I get my frags and stuff from, then because she gets every Friday we get an email saying what's new and stuff, and she gets it too. So she'll be like, oh, what about this? So that kind of helps.
Yeah. I'll get the I like this, I want this. I'm like, well, like, we're not at the free shipping level yet, so what can I get?
Mm-hmm.
See, my wife, the way she is, when she does go with me to the fish store or something, the stuff she picks out is either stupid expensive, or she picks out things like koi parrotfish.
Oh yeah,
$600 fish that needs a 400-gallon tank, or a harlequin tusk.
Yeah. Well, guess what my wife's favorite coral is?
What is that?
Green star polyp.
Oh God.
Yeah, mine are isolated to this rock and they're just everywhere.
The coral. You want to know what coral she picked out last? A Galaxia.
Oh yeah.
Galaxia is that's pretty.
I like Galaxia, but it has
the
potential to nuke everything. Exactly. But I have it isolated. It doesn't put out sweepers though, so I'm assuming it's not happy. But
or the flow is just enough to where he's getting food, so he's not stressed.
That's probably it. So that's why I was asking about your ecotext, but you have way more than I saw at first because I have
the flow on my tank is crazy. Look at the surface.
No. Like I have 1 MP10 on this 40 breeder now. I just got it because my Jabo died. I had just a normal little static flow pump running, I went to the LFS to get, I don't know, food or something, fish food, and I was talking to the guy there, and he let me borrow an MP10. He said, "Here's one of my extra MP10s. Borrow it. See if you like it."
And they blew the corals off the rock.
Oh, it actually, I mean, yeah, if I turn it up all
Yeah.
the way, it does, but it generates good flow, but it's not quite as random. It's a lot more linear than I would want.
Mhm.
And so that's why I think I need to add another one on the opposite side to have them oppose each other.
Jeez, the MP10 is a really sweet little pump. Just so you know, I've got we'll just call her my wife. She's not really my wife, but
Yeah,
she's
it
got
might
one
as well be.
10-gallon, and it's a cube, and it's in there, and it's just it's putting out massive amounts of random flow. She grows crazy like wicked SPS. Like
Nice.
Nice. So I think I need one more for this 40 breeder MP10. And I'm hoping he'll give me the same deal. He sold me one of the wireless MP10 QDs for 200.
Nice.
That's a good deal, man. I paid
Yeah.
$280 for just a regular quiet drive MP10.
Yeah, that's the wireless, because they have the wireless and the wireless compatible one. This is the wireless, so all I'd have to do is add the Reef link to it, right?
I've got a lot of Ecotech stuff on my tank. I just I never got the Reef link to drive an Apex, so I've gone with the XM or whatever it's called. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never, at first I was like, oh, I don't need that. J-Bells do fine. And I've had 2 J-Bells burn up on me now already in a year.
The MP4s are workhorses. I mean, the MP4, I have MP40s on my tank. They're workhorses, man.
Yep.
Yeah, you can put them through a lot. I mean, mine are cranked up.
I hardly ever clean them. Like, you never really need to. Like, every once in a while, I'll take off the wet side, run it under the sink, put it back in. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I've been running my Jabos from day one. Well, they're on the other tank now, but I picked up 2 Jabo gyres, whatever you want to call them.
Well,
so I have one on each side of my 180 now. But
both of my J-Bells that died, though, it's not the motor; it's the control box.
Yeah. They just died.
Yeah, they're cheaply made. You can buy new ones of them. So I kept my pumps. I got some return pumps that happened too.
I've got a bunch of dead J-Bo components in the garage.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is me knocking on wood.
Yeah.
No, the one that's like the gyro.
Mm-hmm.
That pump there. The only downfall for that, it's a great price, but you gotta stay on top of your maintenance, even if it doesn't look like it's dirty. Take it apart and clean it in or soak it in a vinegar bath.
Yeah, which I do. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
regularly.
because as soon as you let it go, as soon as it binds up, it's just, they don't use the same components, obviously, as
Max Spec does.
Max Spec or Ice Cap or anything,
Yeah.
I got one of those little. I don't know if it's a Max Spec or Ice Cap, but one of the tiny ones. I got
the Ice Cap Gyro 1K.
Yeah, the
1K.
I got that for a frag tank. Man, I put it on like 0 to 100% like pulse mode at every sixth of a second or something. Man, it's awesome. Just been going.
See, that's what I thought about putting in here, and then I let the LFS guy talk me into an MP10.
Yeah, those are sweet. Don't even. You made the right choice.
Oh yeah, well that's because I tried to run in EcoSmart mode because that's what he said he runs it. The EcoSmart, the first one, not the nutrient export, the tidal swell.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do anything. It's just like running the Reef Crest almost.
Just put that sucker on Reef Crest and adjust your intensity. You get to get.
Yeah,
I do the pulsing mode with mine, all 3 of them. So 2 of them are synced together.
Yep.
And the other one isn't. And I pulse it and I tune it to out. Actually, I just changed it because I do it for so long and I change it. But I can get it to where my water, it goes up about almost 1.5 inches on both sides.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm not worried about surface agitation. I've got it, I don't know, a little more than halfway down in the tank because I have a hang-on back 110. So that's constantly agitating the water surface.
But to DM's point, they're really cool when you get them linked up because you can do the sync and async and make them work together.
And that's what I think I'm going to do. That's why I think I need another one to make that tidal swell work.
Right, so that's what I get. I get the swaying back and forth. So my frog spawns, my torches, they just kind of breathe in the wind. It almost looks like you're waving your hand back and forth gently.
you don't have to think about it. The pumps know, like, oh, I'm on, the other one should be off, and vice versa. It's really nice.
Yeah, I can do that with my
Yeah,
two
get the Reef Link, and the
Jabos.
Reef Link is good. But I guess Ecotech's coming out with something, I think, towards the end of the month or soon or something.
I'd imagine they're going to release a propeller pump now that AI has one.
That Nero?
Yeah, I think I would bet they're going to come out with a similar
they
version
own
of
AI.
that.
Yeah, Ecotech, yeah.
Exactly my point. So why wouldn't they have an Ecotech version of that pump?
So,
That pump is sick, dude. It's like a hockey puck that you get.
Did
more
you
of a
see the
spread.
video? Did you see the video of it for Magna?
Yeah.
God, it was nuts.
Yeah,
that was
put all those little gold beads in there.
That was 3 of them on that big ass tank.
So that might be the perfect solution for me, because I've been trying to add like flow to the back of my tank. I'm here trying to show you guys like with my hand signals, but it's not working.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, but I have my glass is pretty thick, so I can't fit an MP10 back. I could fit an MP10 back there, but it won't. The magnets are too weak for the tank, right? And it's too close to the wall to fit an MP40 back there.
Okay.
It's too thick, so I just can't fit it. So that Nero may be the answer.
Well, what's the one that Dev has demoed?
Yeah, it's similar.
It's the same exact design, just less controllability. Well,
it doesn't look as sleek.
It doesn't look as sleek, but I mean, from what I understand, they're supposed to be good, because that's what I thought about putting was one of those, because it's a big broad flow. And then this guy talked me into an MP10, and now I think I need a second one to get them to sync and work together to vary my flow up.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to have too.
Yeah. And
I don't need more. I don't need more pumps.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
have mine. Go ahead, Jeez.
I was so that J-Bow, to answer Rookie's question, I typed it, but they're not sealed. The boxes aren't sealed. Yeah. See, I had mine running. I don't know. Mine have been running almost a year on wave mode. You know, just the pulse mode. No problems. One of them went out one day. And I kind of hot wire tested it. The motor still ran. I hooked it up to the other controller. It ran. So it was the control box. So I had just one PP8 on this 40, and it was way more flow than what I needed. So I had it turned way down. But I tried to put it on the variable flow mode, so whatever, the else mode. It ran for about 2 minutes and then stopped. Unplugged it, let it sit, kicked it back on in pulse mode. It ran another couple of days. Tried to put it in else mode, you know, to kind of clean the sand bed and stuff off. It ran for 30 seconds and quit, and it would never come back on. That's how I know it's in the circuit board, because the pump is fine. It's only when I put it in the else mode, it would shut off. So it's that circuitry for that else mode is frying it.
Yeah, I don't mean to be a buzzkill or anything, but I've probably got enough Jabo controllers and pumps that are dead out in the garage to buy like 2 or 3 more Ecotech pumps.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't like hearing that.
And that's why I decided to go ahead and get part of my logic is then
draws you in, man. They're cheap. It's like, wow, these things are awesome. They're super cheap. They create a ton of flow. Like, you want them, so you buy them, and then, you know, after like 3-4 months, they just stop working.
Luckily enough, I haven't had that problem. But
and see, I've heard the wave makers are a lot worse than the pumps. The pumps seem to be a lot more reliable.
Yeah, I've been running. I have 2 Jabo return pumps. Well, a J-Cod and a Jabo, same thing.
Yeah.
And then I just ordered a new from Fish Street yesterday, a new DCS 9000.
Don't get me wrong. The return pumps, I've had no problem with. I actually run a return pump on my big Reef, and it's no problem.
But you have no variable circuitry in it. It's strictly level adjustment and a constant flow. I think that's where the problem with them is.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the wave maker things that I always have problems with.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I haven't bought one in about 2 years. This was a long time ago. When I first came out on the scene, it's like, oh, they're really cheap. Let's get them. And they're probably better now.
Yeah.
They're so cheap. I've thought about even just buying like them again, even though I have a lot of broken ones.
Yeah, and see, Rookie said he had buddies that they only got 2 years out of an MP10 and had to rebuild them. What I'm looking at is, now granted, I paid $200 or $200 to $300 for an MP10 up front, but then the wet side assembly is only $60.
Yep.
So after that, I'm paying a Jabo price to replace the wet side because the dry side's not going to go bad.
Here's the thing that really, really made me love the MP pumps. When I go up to my tank and I touch the dry side, it's hot as hell. You know that every other pump is doing the same thing, and it's inside your water.
Which is good for me because it's in my basement here, basement, but it's always cold down here.
You're in Louisiana and Texas, though. You don't want extra heat.
No, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I think that was part of the problem with my tanks when I had the 2 tanks. They were so I basically have 2 living rooms in my house. They were in my front living room, which is the furthest room from my air conditioning unit. So during the summer, during the day, when we're not home, I turn the air conditioner up to 75, and it runs at 75 all day. Now, granted, my house is a little older. It probably needs, I know it needs new windows and doors and things like that to be more efficient. But that front living room, 82, 83, 84 degrees. So the tanks were getting up to 83, 84 degrees.
Yeah. So what? Okay, I'm an HVAC guy, so I'm going to ask you this question: why don't you just leave your? It costs less to maintain temperature than it does to try to bring it back down when you get home. So you're better off leaving your temperature at. What do you normally keep? Like, what do you try to keep your temperature at?
72.
Yeah. Okay. So you're better off to leave it at 72, and then
even with it running constantly all day.
Yeah, because when you get home and now I use the analogy with my customers. They'll say, well, I'm not home. Okay, that's fine. But when you get home, do you want it to be cool, right? So I say, okay, when I left my house this morning, I knew I wanted to have a cold beer when I got home. So what do you think I did? I put the beer in the fridge this morning, right?
Right.
So it's the same. Like if you put that beer in the fridge when you get home, how long is it going to take before it gets cold?
Yeah.
Right. You got to get that. Everything in your house now is hot. Your couch, your walls, everything is hot, and you have to now remove that heat from all that stuff, and it takes a lot of energy to do that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you're better off to maintain it, and it'll just kind of cruise, right? Like it'll just.
Well, that's the thing; it won't maintain it.
No, I know. Mine doesn't either. In the heat of summer, same thing. I'm getting my windows changed here in the next month. It's going to make a big difference, but because my house is 70s, right? So it's not that well insulated, but still, like you're trying. So you get home at 75. Well, it's probably even warmer than 75, and you want to try to get it back to 72.
Mm-hmm.
If you had left it at 72, it might go up to 75, and then you only have to bring it down to 3 degrees rather than it going to 78 or 79 and trying to bring it down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If I let mine go up to that, like 78, it would take 4 or 5 hours for it to come down to 73.
Yeah, depending on the time of day. Like if it's the sun's beating on your house, it might even take longer, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't think it do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just my tidbit on that. But
yeah.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah,
I've moved to that philosophy, and I even have like the net, like hey, you leave and it turns it off and stuff, and I've turned that all off where it just constantly keeps it at one temperature, like old school.
Yeah, exactly. Like my house in the summer, I keep it at 22, which is about 72, I guess. Yeah, somewhere around 70, 72-ish. I don't know. Yeah. But it's there, and if it'll probably get up to 24 or 25 in the really hot days. And then by 11 o'clock at night, it's back down to 22 again. And then in the winter, same thing. I leave it at 21 in the winter, and I leave it there. And it's cheaper than setting it back and bringing it up and setting it back and bringing it up. So it'd be the same thing with your tank. Like imagine if you decided, okay, well, I'm not home. I'm going to drop my tank temperature, but I'm going to try to bring it back up. It's going to take a lot more energy again.
Right.
To bring it back up. Yeah, it's the same kind of analogy, I guess.
So on a good note, sidebar, what we were talking about earlier, K-Town, that Monty, I'm sitting here looking at it now, that it's under moonlights.
Yeah.
I said I've had it a little over a week and it hasn't melted. This is the first time I've noticed that all the polyps are out at night. All the feeder tentacles are out.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's pretty too. It's like green and maroon, and then it's got orange mouths on the polyps.
Are you gonna give it what it wants? Feed it?
Do what?
Are you gonna give it what it wants? Are you gonna feed it?
Fuck, I don't feel like going thaw food out right now. But I guess I don't have any coral food. I've just been using Rod's food and dumping the brine in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go get some. I'll be right back, fella.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, this morning I got up and I just turned my I have a light over top of that Caulerpa, so I turned it on before all the other lights were on, and I have some trumpet corals sitting up on the frag rack, and I looked over because the light was right beside them, and I've never seen that. Like they were completely opened up and tentacles out, and
Yeah.
that was
They only
the
have
first time I've seen that.
in the middle of the night. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a really bright green trumpet coral. They call it like kryptonite or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what these are. Yeah, exactly.
And I just noticed like one of the heads like made like two heads. It just kind of it was awesome. I was like, oh, it's like multiplying.
Yeah, that just opened up like crazy. I was happy to see that. That means
it's really cool.
something's going good.
So I guess when it does that, you can like spray a little food over it, like a little Reefroids or a little.
Yeah, I think I'll do that in the morning now. Now that I know this is happening, right? Yeah.
Let's see. It's only like midnight over there, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if you're up at 2, you might as well be up at 4. But it's only 12 there. So.
Yeah, but this was 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
When I get up at 6, I come down and I turn that light on. And
I think the only reason I'm up is I've got a pretty new puppy I got this summer. I hold it like for 4 hours. So if I keep him up and he goes in like the next 20 minutes,
then you're good.
I can wake up at 6.
Yeah. So is it 2 hours difference then to you?
Yeah, I'm in Central Time Zone, so it's
Central. Yeah.
like 2:18 here.
Yeah. 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 No, I think you'd love it here for a holiday.
Yeah, I was supposed to come a couple weeks ago. Actually, I was going to do Victoria Island. I was going to play golf there at Bear Mountain Resort for a few days.
Yeah.
And then we're going to fly over to Vancouver and kind of just hang out and eat and drink and kind of do Vancouver. And we're talking about like whether or not we should go up to the Okanagan.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be
What happened is I got this puppy. So we always do like a summertime kind of beat the heat in Texas vacation. And that was it this year. We had it all. I had to unwind the whole thing. Like I had it all planned. I even had like a fishing charter booked for Vancouver.
Yep.
I mean for Victoria. We were going to catch salmon and all that. I unwound the whole thing just to go drive to the Rockies, which is what we normally do.
Yep.
Because I got the dog. He could come with us.
Yep.
I didn't feel right leaving the little 10-week-old puppy at somewhere else for a week or two.
You want to watch a 2-year-old for a week?
No.
Puppy, not kid, puppy.
Yeah, a 2-year-old puppy? That'd be fun.
I don't do kids. I can do puppies.
Yeah.
Good. Take this demon spawn, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm working on one. He's got a really, really strong personality. It's like a miniature husky, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's cool, though.
I have 2 long-haired dachshunds, dachshunds, wiener dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Goofy little bastards.
Yep. Yeah, I have the 2 dogs. I have an African gray parrot. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish tanks. Yeah, we're a little zoo here.
We got three fish tanks going at all time. I have 4 going right now because I have fish in quarantine. and
Now, do y'all feed reefroids, any of y'all, or anything like that?
yeah, for sure.
Sporadically.
I feed reefroids. I feed like phytoplankton, gel stuff. I feed kind of like, lots of different things.
I don't know. I have no desire to do reefroids. I've had a couple of people shy me away from it, I guess. I mean, I know it works, but at the same time, you can also overdo it. But I've just been using the reef nutrition stuff. That's what my LFS uses. That's all he uses is reef nutrition.
I think as long as you're feeding them.
I could find a specific like food amino mixture that you could dose on a boosting pump.
Yeah.
Like set that up and just forget about it. But I haven't found that yet.
It all has to be refrigerated. That's a problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah. And the reefroids, it's like it's a powder, so you just mix it when you want to feed it. I don't know.
Have you ever looked at the reef nutrition stuff?
I haven't. I got this. So I do the My Aquarium box, and the last one, the one before this one I just got, had Dr. Tim's like food where you actually mix it yourself and put it in a little tray and freeze it. That was kind of cool.
I got a question about the boxes. So, because I was considering signing up for it, but I'm thinking, how much of that stuff do I need? Like, do you have a bunch of stuff that you just don't use out of those boxes? Or are they pretty much stuff that you use all the time?
No, the answer is yes, absolutely. It is absolutely an access.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a few things like this one. This one I got like yesterday. It was really cool because there was a lot of things that like I can use for my wife's nano tank.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm like, kind of cool.
It's kind of like a mystery tackle box.
Yeah. I mean, it's a luxury for sure. Like 1 to 2 things in it I think is cool and I didn't know about. The rest of it I'm like, I don't really need that.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like what? Let's say they're 40. Are they $45 or something like that? American.
30 US.
30. So yeah. So about 45 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they come like I can't believe how fast the months go. I'm like, what? Another box already?
Yeah. I didn't even use any of the stuff I just got.
Yeah. The one cool thing though that I noticed, I got it like maybe 3 boxes ago. It was like hermit crab shells.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Just like empty hermit crab shells.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started using them recently. I dropped these cool shells in my tank, and literally the crabs switched like 2 hours later into the shell.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a bunch of shells that I've pulled out that I've kept in the sun.
Throw it back in the
probably.
tank.
Yeah.
Switch around. They do it.
It's just
often.
the smell, like the smell of those frickin' snail
Rinse them in
shells.
vinegar.
Is that what you do? Okay.
Rinse
and then
them.
dry them out.
Soak them for about 5 minutes, and that's it. If you leave them for an hour or 2, there's no shells left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ask my son about that.
That's what I did with my first batch.
My 9-year-old. We're in my son's room, my wife and I, and my son. And there's an egg. My older boy, my 11-year-old says, "Hey, what's this egg on the floor?" I said, "I thought it was a toy." I said, "It's not an egg," and I picked it up. And my wife says, "It's an egg." I said, "It's not an egg." I threw it at her because I thought it was some toy thing, and it hit her in the chest, and an egg actually splattered. My young one was looking at a YouTube video on how to take the shell off an egg. And you soak it in vinegar and it dissolves the shell, and all you have is the membrane. And son of a gun.
Huh.
He did it. And my wife wore it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of eggs, like over the last 2 nights, my seraph snails have been laying eggs like crazy all over my tank.
Shit, can't complain about that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't complain about that. That's free snails if they hatch.
Well, it's more like it's mostly like free food. They just kind of they don't stick to the glass more than like 12 hours or so before they just kind of.
Yeah.
Some
Although I found
throw them
if
off,
they
eat them.
if they hatch in the tank, they're toast. I have some that are hatching in the back of like in my overflows,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they actually get to grow. Some of them do, not all of them, obviously, but yeah. So it depends on where they lay these eggs.
Yeah. I had a friend who had like Bengais hatch in the overflow. Basically, like Bengai cardinals would like live in the overflow, and that's where they get the babies to.
No way.
Yeah.
That's one fish I've never had luck with. I don't know why. I can't get them to eat.
I buy like eight at a time, and then only one lives because they just kill each other.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I just can't get them to eat.
Mine ate my shrimp.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shrimp? Like a
Peppermint shrimp.
peppermint, a smaller one. Yeah. Oh my god.
So
He ate.
I have like shrimp cannibalism. I literally bought two fire shrimp, and by the time I got them home, one ate the other one in the bag.
No way.
Yeah, it was like a 5-minute drive.
I got a video up of
Fuckhead.
my Niger trigger
Go away.
being cleaned by my fire shrimp, like head first into it. And everybody, they're reef safe with caution. They'll eat shrimp, right? No way. He just went in and like he had ample opportunity to chomp this thing up, and he just wanted to get cleaned.
So I've been in different phases of these aquariums, right? So I've kind of had like I've had a stage where I've had like predators and like reef stuff in the same tank, and it's interesting, right? So I had one of those harlequin tusks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Gorgeous fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, they eat every invertebrate in your tank.
Yep.
So, we'll talk about a waste of money, man. Any snail or shrimp or crab or anything you buy to put in there is just like food.
Yeah.
But he was cool.
Yeah, my LFS has one there, and I want it, but I know I can't.
Yeah, not if you want clean up crew.
Yeah,
They eat corals or anything, but they'll eat every invertebrate.
Yeah. I have this mistake I made. I bought a clown wrasse, thinking, boy, this is cool. Until I read on it more after I got it, and they get to like 2 feet long, right?
Oh.
It's still a baby. It's only maybe 4 inches right now, but I once in a while I'll see it trying to go flip over the snails, but they're stuck, so you can't get it off the rock or the glass or wherever it is. But I know that sucker is going to be I'm gonna have to sell it, but they're hard to catch.
I got a Solarensis wrasse over the weekend that's in quarantine right now. I've never had one before. Have you guys ever had one of those?
No.
It's really cool. It has like a bright yellow face and then like different colors on the side. Pretty cool. It wasn't very expensive for as pretty as it is. I was like, that fish has to be expensive, and then I found out what it was, and it was only
my red chorus wrasse ate all my hermit crabs.
Yeah.
It must be an adult.
He lost all his baby color, so yeah, he's probably 4.5, 5 inches long.
Oh yeah, those chorus wrasses, man, they're cute when they're little, but then they're terrorists when they're older.
Yeah, he's red. He's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but he is. He can pick up rocks with his mouth, man. And
oh yeah, it's like everybody puts these like Melanaris wrasses and chorus wrasses in the reef tanks. I'm like, dude, you realize when that thing gets bigger, it's gonna eat everything in your tank.
That's why I bought the pink streaked.
Yeah. I have a Melanaris. He's a model citizen. He's probably, how big would he be now? Like 5 inches, I guess.
Really?
Go
Yeah.
away. Go.
Model citizen, though.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him.
Oh, I know. Again, you don't know until after you buy it. You start researching it after you buy it. It's like, oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get a Melanaris. I like them. I don't have no more hermit crabs, so I ain't got to worry about it.
No, I have hermit crabs, and it's not. Yeah, I mean, but I feed fairly well. Like that's why I have the problem I have probably. But so I don't know if it's just because he's fed well that
Definitely
he doesn't.
Oh yeah, probably.
if he knows he's gonna get something dropped in from the sky, he's not gonna worry about eating.
Yeah, he'll take it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I got a Tomini Tang Solarensis wraps.
Those are nice.
Yeah. Can't wait for
You
them.
see those chocolate chip tangs? They're called chocolate chip.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
Those things are gorgeous, man, and they're not that expensive.
Kind of like a Tomini? Is that why you mentioned it?
No, just because you're talking about tangs. But it's like it's a cross from like a powder blue and a what's the one that is all like a reddish brown? The one that
Achilles?
Achilles?
Yeah, Achilles tang.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's almost like that, but it's just, dude, the color pattern on it is it's just sharp. It's not like bright colored or anything, but the chocolate chip tang is.
Yeah, that's why I really like the Tomini. It's just like pretty subtle, but then it's got the cool orange fins.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the flame fin Tamini.
I guess it has bright orange fins on it, top and bottom.
Chevron tangs are nice when they're little, and when they get big, they lose all their color.
Oh my gosh, they look amazing when they're babies.
Mine
What
is
tang?
like 8 inches, 7 inches. I've had it since it was a baby, and it's the most docile thing. I mean, if he can turn over, I could probably pet his belly. You know what I mean? But yeah, he lost all his color.
What tang did Michael get that had the lateral
Lyme disease. That was a Achilles.
Achilles? Yeah. Okay.
And then he still has it, or did it pass away?
No, it passed. He just has that big one in there now, whatever that one is that he got from.
Oh yeah,
That
that little big one.
Yeah.
That's a unicorn, or
It's a Flamingi tang.
oh, flamingi.
Yeah, I guess the one that I have is most commonly called a bristle-tooth Tomini Tang. Like it has a scissor tail and like orange
Mhm.
on top and bottom and spots on its face.
It's got the gray tail or the white tail.
There's a white tail.
Yep, that's the one I had. It's a flame fin. Yeah, flame fin Tamini tang.
To me, that is like a super gorgeous fish.
Well, there's two of them. They both have orange, so that's the thing. Look at it. If his fins are like half black with orange outside, it's a bristle-tooth Tamini. The flame fin, his entire fin is orange,
Okay.
top and bottom.
I think it's half. And it's so pretty to me. Like it's
Mm-hmm. They are, and they swim around, and they don't fight anything.
yeah, I just got to get them out of there. I can't get a fish from the LFS that doesn't have like some kind of parasites on it, so they're sitting in quarantine right now, doing like a copper treatment.
See, that's why I love the LFS I go to the most, because he freshwater dips and copper treats every fish. Well, I mean, except mandarins, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything he can.
anything that he can, gets copper treated.
Well, that's good, man. My favorite LFS was like 2 miles from the house. Like the guy he didn't want to renew his lease, so he shut it down.
I had the same thing happen here last November.
And
Go away.
Yep. Exactly the same thing.
not only was he like an awesome place to go buy stuff from, but he would also come, like when I was on vacation, he would come over here and like take care of my stuff. And so I'm like,
Yeah, my guy said, he says, I sell fish and I can't, it's just not worth it. Because all the dry goods, everybody's just buying them online, right? They're going to Amazon.
for sure.
He's not selling it.
And that's why I try to buy the stuff that my LFS carries, like Seachem Fusion. I dose Reef Fusion 1 and 2. I buy it all from him.
Yeah.
I try to buy as much as I can from him. My filter pads, because he buys it by the big roll and then he breaks it down into whatever it is. He does like
usable pieces. Yeah.
Well, he does like 1 foot by 3 foot rolls for like $5. Yeah, I can get it cheaper online, but
Well,
Yeah, you're not supporting them.
so,
Right.
I went on like an LFS mission last weekend because it was raining here. Typically, I play golf, but it was bad weather, so I was out like messing around LFS, and I needed some stuff, right? So I was like, hey, I found these MP10 like filter, like the sponges, right? The things you put on to like collect the dunk. And I was like, I needed those, and I can get them at bulk resupply for $12. Well, the LFS had them for 17. I said, hey man, I can buy these online for $12. Can you sell them to him for $12? And he's like, yeah,
There you go.
sure.
Yeah, Mind LFS does the same thing. He'll price match anybody.
Yeah, but they're obviously going to have to charge more because, they got
They
a
got
store.
overhead, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like they're still making margin. I mean, it's like
No. Yeah.
they buy that stuff.
Yeah, for $12, he still, you know what I mean. He probably got the whole. He probably got that for like $3, $4.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he probably bought. If you go in his back of his supply room, he's probably got about 50,000 boxes of the same thing.
Yep, that's my guy. Just liquidated a bunch of stuff. He used to carry AquaClear hang-on backs and all the little parts for them, and he got rid of it all his T5 bulbs. The only thing he carries now is a full line of CChem stuff. I say full line. He carries the most common CChem stuff, 20 or 30 different supplements, Reef media bags. He carries the Red Sea stuff, and that's it.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. He moves a lot of livestock because there's another one that has a lot of dry goods, but I will not buy livestock from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how you get to know places. It's like, this place is always infected, or this place is
Yep.
too high prices, or whatever.
That's why I didn't do Kamahara blennies. I went striped fang blennies because the one place had the Kamahara blennies, which are $70 a trio on Live Aquaria. They had Kamahara blennies for $12 a piece, a big tank of them. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying them from here.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah.
I was telling you about that one that went out of business that I really, really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him. I actually thought about, like, for a brief second, thought about, like, buying him out and taking over the store. And my wife talked me out of it. I was like, that's no idea.
Smart.
Yeah.
Too smart.
He's like, I really want this place to succeed.
Yeah. But that's the only reason you're doing it.
Yeah. Now, see, my brother, he's a electrical. Well, he's an engineering associate for the power company down here. Well, y'all have energy in Dallas, huh?
What's that?
Y'all have energy in Dallas?
There is a branch of Entergy here, but it's mostly a Louisiana-based company.
Yeah, okay. He works for Energy as an engineering associate, and he's going to night school for electrical engineering. And so that's his job. I mean, he makes good money doing it, but he started working at a LFS every Saturday, and then he's off every other Friday, so he works there on every other Friday, too. And he gets discounted gear, and all that kind of stuff, and he gets to learn a lot. That's part of the reason he wanted to do it, is he gets to learn a lot.
What's he do for the power company?
Engineering associate.
What does that mean? Sorry.
He's an electrical engineer without the license.
Okay.
Designs power grids and designs connections for customers and things like that. Make sure that they're compatible.
No, that's cool. I write software for power companies and gas companies and stuff, so pretty connected into the whole scene.
Yeah. Like if I don't know, XYZ needs to upgrade their power grid, they tell them what they need, and he figures out how to connect it into their system and what they're going to need to do, and they draw up all the drawings and things like that.
Oh, cool. So he's like in the planning.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do, is planning.
Nice. Yeah, right now I'm working in. I did a lot of work in power grids and stuff, but right now I'm working in the gas industry and more on the SCADA side, where I'm writing software to like control valves and stuff on gas pipelines.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
Come fix mine at the plant I go to.
Oh, that's right. You work at like where they fill barges and stuff, right?
Yeah, and the refineries.
Cool.
The one refinery that I go to the most, because I work for a contractor, and we cover all the docks that don't have enough to have a dedicated shift. We have one dock that does the most work for our group. And like we've got AOV, air operated valves, control valves. where, you know, if you have issues, they'll automatically shut off and this and that. And
Yeah.
well, they're buttons, you know, green, you have to get all the bypasses lined up and give it permissions. Green button to open, red button to close. There's one of them that every time you close it, it triggers the alarm and shuts the whole system down.
Interesting. So for the stuff you're working on, is there like a control room where guys are sitting in like an air conditioned fishbowl office, like monitoring stuff? Or is
Yes.
it all outside?
Yep, they are. They have an office where they sit and watch computer screens.
Okay, yeah. That's basically my customer right there.
Mm-hmm. That's the way the pipelines are set up.
Okay, cool.
They control and operate valves coming into the plants and different substations and.
Sweet.
All right, I'm going to grab a can of dip.
Or a glass of wine. Man, this is I need to get to bed pretty soon. I got
Me too.
8 a.m. meeting.
Yeah, I got to be up at 6, so it's not even 1 here yet. So.
About the same.
Yeah.
I'll be up at 6 because my damn dog will have to pee. But
Yeah.
I got to work at 8.
Can't you nudge the wife?
She does very similar work to what I do, and she's actually in Chicago right now.
Oh, she's not there. Okay.
She's not.
Yeah. Hard to nudge her then.
I probably wouldn't be up chatting with you guys if she was here.
Yeah. This is my normal. I usually hit bed around 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Yeah.
12:31 would be normal for me.
Yeah.
We're a little late tonight. I don't know. Sometimes you just feel a little extra energy.
Yep.
Man, I like seeing your tank though, K10. That was cool. I like your Nasa tank.
Yeah, it's
Always
my
one
favorite fish.
I've never had one.
Yeah, it's that fish is like a little puppy dog.
Yeah.
It follows me around. I put my hand in the tank. I have like shoulder length gloves, right? And I'll put that on. The other fish scramble as soon as I put my hand in because it's red and blue, and that fish comes right over, hoping that I got something for him. You know? Yeah, it's amazing. I love that fish.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
I've had a blue. I guess it's like they call it a yellow belly hippo tang. It's like the blue tang,
Yeah.
Like yellow on the bottom. It's from Africa.
Yeah.
He's been with me for about 6 years. I grew him from like a tiny little baby. He's kind of the same way. Like he's very curious and like the other day he ate a piece of super glue off I was trying to glue it back and he ate some super glue. I was trying to put it down.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, dude, get that off your mouth.
Yeah, I've seen videos where they're actually got to do surgery.
Well, but this fish is so like into me. He'll like come, like he came back, and I'm like I was able to like flick it off of his face because he's so into like man.
Yeah, it's like my NASA. Yeah.
All 3 of my brother's zebra somas did that the other day.
Hey, super glue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They suck at that.
He redid everything in his tank. Rearranged his rock work. He had a bunch of stuff that was on frag plugs, on frag racks, and on the sand. And he finally decided to glue them down. So he had 20 or 30, frags that he glued around in his tank. And they went picking at it afterwards and picked super glue.
Yep. Like I was saying, it was raining a ton here this weekend, so I did some of the same stuff. I moved the flag in the garage and put the tank, and my purple tank still has like a top lip that has super glue on it.
It'll wear off.
Yeah.
Rubbing against the rocks. Yeah.
It's easy to wear off my fingers. I still have some on my fingers.
Yeah.
So, if any of y'all have kids, do y'all's kids help y'all with the tanks?
He doesn't help. Like my 11-year-old doesn't help me out too much, but he's very interested. He wanted a tank for Christmas, so I got him a 45 Beaufront freshwater. Mm-hmm. And he has an alarm set on his iPad to go feed them so he doesn't forget. And so he's really into his freshwater, right? And he tells me when he's got swordtails and guppies and stuff, and they're having babies. So Daddy, they're having babies. Can you get the breeder box? And he's right into it. He's right into
That's
it.
cool.
My 9-year-old could care less. And then I have a 24-year-old daughter and her fiance. So they are coming over on Saturday I'm moving my whole system to a different wall. It's going to be fun. So we're going to spend the day Saturday draining down and moving tanks. And she's very interested in, like, whenever she's here. She doesn't live here now. They have their own place, but they're here every Sunday and stuff. And she spends an hour down by the tank. So, yeah. And it's a good bonding time for us, because now she's asking me about what I got, what I'm doing, so it's, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, to answer, yeah. I don't have kids, Jeeves.
Okay.
Probably right on the border where it's probably getting too late.
How old are you?
40s.
Oh, shit. I am the youngest one here.
Yeah. How old are you, Jeeves?
27.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had, my boys are 9 and 11, so I was 37. I'm 48 now, so I was 37 and 39 when I had my boys.
All right. Maybe there's still hope.
Yeah, there's still hope. Yeah. I mean, men can have kids at 90. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, my little brother, he's a little bit ahead of the curve than me. He got married, I don't know, 5 years ago now? Yeah, something like that. Adopted her kid because she had a 2-year-old already.
Yeah.
And they just had one a couple months ago. So the older one is 8 going on 9 or 7 going on 8.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should know that, but so they just had the baby. They tell you're supposed to get a toy or something, and so my brother got him a 16 BioCube. Cycled everything in his 75, all the rock and stuff, set it up for him in his room, got him 2 little bitty clownfish. I mean, they're like, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch long, little baby clownfish, Put him a bunch of little Recordias in there and some other mushrooms, and put him a little single hammer frag off of his big hammer. And, so he had his tank set up and running, and he makes him take care of it every day and, give him something to do. So he got pissed off the other day. The kid got pissed off because he wasn't getting any attention. They have
because the baby.
Yeah. They have a 2-month-old. Well, it was Sunday. It was the football game. They had friends over. All of our friends left before and didn't tell him bye, because he would run in the room, say something, go run back and get on his iPad.
Yeah.
Run in the room, run off. So they all left because they kept trying to talk to him and he'd run out. So they left, whatever, didn't think anything of it. He came out and got pissed off and threw a fit. Went back in his room. The baby was being fussy all day. They finally got the baby to lay down and go to sleep. So they said, well, we're going to lay down and take a nap. She went in the bedroom. And my brother went on the couch. Well, he came out and woke my brother up, blah, blah, this, that. And he said, look, go play on your computer for a little while. I'm going to get up in whatever, like half an hour, and, we'll do something. He got pissed off, went in the room and dumped the entire container of fish food pellets in the tank to try and get attention.
Yep.
So he had to tear everything out of that tank because there was no cleaning it out. He feeds, and I actually got the food that he got. It's the hatchery diet, Sustainable Aquatics hatchery diet.
High nutrients.
High nutrient, 0.5 millimeter pellets, the entire bottle.
Oh, you gotta love kids.
So he had to put the clownfish in a breeder box in his tank. He lost one of the Recordias. He had a little bitty Recordia that he got for free. It was a bright orange Recordia that was like the size of an eraser, and he couldn't find it.
It buried in the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of it. It was terrible.
Yeah. I mean, we can laugh at it, but I guarantee he wasn't.
Oh no! He said that when he came out and told him what he did, he realized that he had messed up. I don't think he quite
Yeah.
comprehends that, oh, this will kill the fish.
No.
But he realized that he was in trouble because he said he looked like he saw a ghost.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, that's cool though. When that kid's like in like his mid-20s, he'll be like expert reefer.
Mm-hmm.
He'll know not to dump a whole thing of food in this tank. That's for sure.
Well, his tank is no longer his tank. They took it away from him. They're not
Yeah.
setting it back up.
Yeah.
And so that's what my brother said. He's probably going to grow the clownfish out in the breeder box a little bit.
Yeah. And just sell
And then
them off.
maybe well, he works at the store. He could bring them back probably,
yeah.
but, or he may give it back to him in like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Just let him grow out a little more in his tank.
Because he probably loved having it, right? The kid.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Make him top it off every day, and
yeah. I'm a dad, so I can speak to this pretty good. It'll probably be a month. It'll be back in there. We forgive pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that
maybe not.
Maybe not. Well, we'll see.
He's a little bit of a issue. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So, geez, do you know where I first subscribed to you?
Where?
I'm going to give you a hint. It was not on a aquarium channel or anything like that. Where do you think it might have been?
Oh shit! I have no idea.
It kind of is. The guy had or has an aquarium channel. He also had a gaming channel for a little while. His son now runs it.
Oh yeah. On the gaming channel.
Yeah, on Aaron's Gaming. Yeah, that's where I first saw Reef Jeeves you were playing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get on there and play with him every now and then. He doesn't play that much anymore.
No. That was fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even
that's what I had to keep myself muted a lot when I played with them.
Yeah. But in Theo's, I mean, once in a while he'll put out a stream, but I guess he's just not. I don't know. Not.
I mean, he's got school and all, but
yeah. But all summer he didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Really to speak of. Yeah.
And Michael's so busy with his new job.
Yeah. But I think it had to do that one time. Michael was really on him about, you got to be interactive. You got to. He came down on him pretty hard, and I think after that he just, I don't know, it might have been a little too much for him. Felt bad for Theo that day.
Oh, my favorite was the Fabulous. Is that the live stream you were on? Please tell me that's the one you were on.
Oh yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, he hated that. That was funny. Oh, that cracked me up.
Yeah. It was fun to watch.
Let's see what's new on the forums. Nope, nothing new on this one. I saw a guy made a upflow algae scrubber.
Yeah, I saw that
inside his tank. You saw that?
Yeah, with the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's. I saw the video. I commented on it saying, well, let me know. But isn't that just going to be like he's got too much spillage everywhere else in that area, right? Like he's not really.
He's growing it off the tank lights. So I guess the point of it is with the bubbles. This is the guy that had it stuck in his tank, right? In the media reactor? Okay.
Yeah, down below, yeah.
I'm assuming the point is he's going to let the algae grow there. But that's what I commented on Facebook where he had posted just a picture of it. That he needs to try more focused light. Because it's not enough light to make it grow like it's supposed to. I don't think it is. Let's see if I can find it here. Facebook. Oh, there's that new ATO that came out. Where does Dev get all this stuff from? That's what I
Whoops.
want to know.
Sorry, I accidentally kicked myself out.
Oh, you good?
Where does Devin get what from? Sorry?
All this stuff from. I
Well,
guess he gets it shipped to him.
Yeah, he just gets it from, like, they want him to, because his channel's growing, right? So I think they're just trying to get him to show it off. He's getting it for free.
Let's see. I've given up on trying to make videos. I mean, I'll do live streams like this to hang out and chit chat. I couldn't be bothered to make videos.
I'm doing videos now and whatever. I mean, I don't care but for me, it's at least it's almost like a documentation of it, right? So I can look back and it's, you store them there and they're there. Whether people watch them or not, but whatever, at least they're there and I can go back and see, oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like but like as far as editing and all that,
it's a pain in the ass.
I can't,
I know.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pause. I don't need you to be running and making noise. Have you seen this one, Ryan?
I was trying to go find it, and that's how when I got kicked out.
Here, I'm sharing it on my screen now.
There it is. That's the one.
So this guy made an upflow algae scrubber in a Phosband 550 reactor inside of the tank. I just don't think he's got enough concentrated light on it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's spilling. Like he's got way too much spillage.
Yeah, you're going to get algae growth all over the sides of the tank.
Also, hang on. Is that's inside a display tank?
Yes.
Refuge. Is it in the display or down below?
It's in the display.
Oh, I thought it was.
I'm completely.
No, it's down below because he was mentioned. He was saying that he moved that coral banded down because what did he say? I'm pretty sure it's down below.
Look at the top of the screen. You can see the overflow teeth.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, there's algae scrubber. Yeah, he
Yeah, I just saw the video. I didn't see it on the forum or anything.
Yeah, I think what he's going to have to do is buy the waterproof LED strip and wrap it around it. You just have to run the connection out of the tank.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have enough light. There's no way.
No, I agree.
You can see the algae growing all around it on the bottom and the sides.
Yeah, and it's just a white light, isn't it? It's not even I thought he had a light spotted onto it.
It looks like it's kind of spotted on it, but I mean, you said it's too much spill.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's not his reef lights. I think it's just a light that he put there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just but there's no light on the back screen.
Nope.
If anybody wants to grow algae.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a little bit growing on it.
Yeah, but it's going to be growing everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got a little bit on the screen.
Sell you cheap.
Do what?
I said, if anybody really wants to grow algae, I've got a Kessel grow light. I'd sell cheap. I don't even use it anymore. It's like that super fancy, high octane one.
Oh, the algae reactor?
It's just a
Kessel light.
Kessel light.
Oh, okay.
It's like the grow light for hydroponics.
Yeah, that H, whatever it is, 380.
Yeah. It's like it's got like a switch for like when you want to switch to like bloom mode. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense for me.
Reefing.
Thought it would. But.
Reefing with those got a face. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Reefing with those saltwater and reef tank equipment addicts.
Okay.
Did he post this on Devs too?
I'm not sure. I just saw Devin's commented in it.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was Devin's, and then I just saw Reefing with those.
Yep. I got all kinds of them.
Yeah, because Devin said upflow. What do you say? Question mark. Upflow.
Turf scrubber.
Turf scrubber. Question mark. Yeah, I just can't see that working.
I got to do some more pictures for my page that I have, my other hobby.
What is that?
fishing rods.
Uh-huh. You build them or you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do. Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Not the blanks. I mean, you buy the blanks and the
Yeah.
guides, but yeah.
You assemble. Like you put it all together. And,
Yep. Yep. I've got a couple of them. I've got one on. Actually, my lathe sits behind me. It's in my office. I've got another one I'm working on right now. It's so time consuming.
What do you mostly?
Imagine.
What are they mostly for? What type of fishing?
Whatever you want.
Fly rods or?
No, mostly
No.
spinning and casting, lightweight stuff.
Okay.
I've got a few buddies that want me to build inshore. See, like this gold one was a ultralight spinning 2-piece, so it could be bass, finesse, or a pond rod. Is basically what it was built for. Just white blank with gold wraps. The purple and gold one was on a 7-foot extra fast, heavy extra fast action live bait rod, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm building right now is a pond rod. It is a 6-foot ultralight spinning with micro nano guides, so the rings are 3 millimeters.
Wow.
On the running guides, the tip is 3 millimeter. So it's made to run 6-pound braid, 8-pound braid, 6-pound mono. For my dad, that one's for my dad. It's because he likes to pond fish and he likes ultra light tackle for pond fishing.
It's pretty cool.
I've got 2 7'6" heavy fasts here, live bait rods. I'm building for a couple firefighter buddies when I get around to it. So I'm going to do like it's a black blank. It's got gunmetal accents on the reel seat. It's going to have red and smoke gray threads on it.
Nice. What would you sell that for if you were? It's for your dad, but if you had to sell that, like, what would you sell it for?
Oh, a lot.
Or you don't sell a lot, right? Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I have one of the guys I work with at one of the plants does it. His minimum is materials plus 150.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want custom colors now, if you get into the really fancy stuff, so like this is not mine. Just to disclaimer that stuff like this, I mean, these guys charge $600-700 a rod.
Wow.
Because this right here takes 12 hours of work just to do this design wrap.
Just that.
Yeah. 12 plus hours.
Yeah.
That's not counting wrapping the guides and.
And people will pay that.
They will.
Yeah.
Graduation presents are a big one. Military is a big one. Firefighters, police.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, because there's an American flag pattern. I'm trying to figure out how to convert it into a firefighter's flag and police flag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It should be pretty easy to do, but now those, I mean, it depends on what I'm building them. So the 2 I'm building for my firefighter buddies, I'm looking at $60 in materials. I'll probably for them, I'm selling it for cost.
Yeah.
How much for a stick and hook? What's up, Doradicate? I'll probably sell those if their friends want them for $150. I mean, double my materials.
Yeah.
I won't be making a whole lot on it. I'll basically be making minimum wage, but it's just a side hobby. I just got to get it set up.
It's interesting to see what everybody else is actually into, other than, because we all think, it's just aquariums. But I was on Dave Nanotanks. I was on his channel on the weekend. because I was drilling a tank. So I was just looking at different people that have drilled tanks. And so I'm looking through, and then you go down way back like 5-6 years ago, and he had videos up of him singing and playing guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's like, holy crap. I would have never thought Dave would be singing, playing guitar, you know? It's kind of neat.
What am I looking for here? Photos. Ooh, it's buzzing me at this time. This is my other hobby.
So what do you do with those? Like, I mean, not what do you do with those, but what, like, just shooting?
This one is built for long range target environment.
Yeah, so it's not like you're actually, like you're not building the gun or anything. You're just.
Oh no! I do
Yeah,
some basic. I do some basic gunsmithing.
Yeah.
I rebedded this one. I rebedded my Browning. I put a trigger in my Browning. Did you read the
Yeah.
bottom of it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it not locked on my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe not. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, it is. You're presenting.
UCDM screen. Stop
Well, it
presenting.
shows the arrows. Was that big? No, it's gone now.
Yeah, I
Reef is now not
just
presenting.
changed it. Let's see. Is it showing it now? AL, let me know. If it's stuck on his screen, there's nothing I can do. Okay. Yeah, night, dipshit. Let's see. Let's go to here. This is my long range 6.5. I want to put this in a chassis eventually, but they are stupid expensive.
Yeah.
But it's,
That's quite the scope.
Yeah.
That is quite the scope.
It's a little lower end. I've got much higher end one on my Browning.
That's one thing in Canada.
Problem,
you don't see a lot of people in Canada into guns. Like, it's just, I mean, you have hunters that hunt, right? But
yeah.
But then they just have the standard gun. You know what I mean? Like, it's. You got snakes too?
I used to.
Oh, you used to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing on Facebook now while we're talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my other toy. I've done some work to it. Oh,
so what was that?
One. AR-15.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Totally illegal here.
Are they really?
Oh, yeah.
That's after I've done a lot of the mods to it. Mm-hmm. I don't have this scope anymore. I have the tactical sight. Yep, I used to have ball pythons.
Okay. Yeah, my 11-year-old wants a snake bad.
Get him one.
Well, we go camping in the summer a lot, and we're out we camp along the river, and there's garter snakes everywhere. So I bring a 20-gallon aquarium with us so that he can keep the snakes while he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And and he loves snakes. So yeah, we're thinking maybe just like a bull snake or something.
Yeah.
Something simple that.
I like doing expensive.
This too. Yeah, and so do I. Yeah, and you have the right truck too, the right brand anyway. Yeah.
I've got the mechanical transfer case in that.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I don't have the push button.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 2500 Duramax.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should be going to sleep, but oh well. The way my schedule works is so screwy.
What time do you have to get up?
I have a job fair to go to at 9 o'clock.
And what time is it there now?
3 o'clock.
3, yeah, okay.
But I mean, I pretty much run on a few hours of sleep and then.
Yeah, Ryan and I were talking about that earlier when you stepped off for a bit. Like my bedtime's usually, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm up at 6. And I'm good.
Yeah, well, you're in Australia, so.
Canada. We're neighbors.
No,
bud.
no. I'm talking about
Oh,
Rookie.
you're talking to Rookie.
Rookie
Yeah,
said, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
only 6:10 p.m. here.
Yeah.
This is one
And
thing I don't like is these coral auction sites. I don't know if they're big everywhere, but they're big down here. Go on and you bid on them. My thing is, if I'm buying them, I'm not bidding on 20 things, getting 2 things, and then paying shipping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you know you're getting 20, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah. What's that? That go up to that truck?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
yours?
It's just, no.
Okay, I thought it was a picture. Sorry. Yeah.
No, let's see. My buddy that I go with all the time has a Jeep. Murphy. That's his Jeep and his girlfriend standing on the tire.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, he's got about 30 grand in that Jeep.
Unreal. That sucker will go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. It will. Yeah, that's us loading up to go to a mud ride.
Yeah.
There.
Oh shit.
So that's his, and the white one is his. The blue one is one of his other friends, and these are 2 guys that they go meet up with.
Yeah. So they're all just parked on somebody's tire there? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. This
Okay.
one's flat. This one is on his tire. He's on his tire, and then his Jeep is on both of their back tires.
Their back tires. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yep. So yeah, I don't know what my next coral is going to be. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to try. What is it? Posilopora. I want to try some Posilopora.
So Michael has one of those in his, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I know which one it is. Then yeah.
It is an SPS. Let's see if Dan's got any, but it's supposed to be easy. It's easier than acros.
Yeah, that should be. You should grow that like a weed, man.
Yeah. Stylo, Posilopora, and Hydnophora are going to be my next ones, I believe.
Seriatopora. Do you have any Seriatopora?
No, I've melted all the ones I've tried.
Because it's really, it's kind of the same.
But I have that encrusting money in here now, and it's surviving, and looks like it's doing pretty good. So
that one right there, that bird of paradise, Seriatopora,
Mm-hmm.
grows just super fast, super easy.
Yeah, I killed a rock full of this stuff.
Really?
Yep. And that was when it was in my nano still. Since I've moved it into this 40, it's everything's kind of taken off.
I have a couple of different colonies of that stuff. It's good.
I wish you were closer than Duraticate. I might try some Pavona. I don't know.
Pavona's cool, but it's like, it's just kind of flat. I mean, it does, you know.
Yeah, it's like an uninteresting chalice almost is what it looks like to me.
It's neat. Like, if you've already got everything else you want, I get it. Like, it's cool.
Ricky said I got A-cans for all.
Oh, I know yeah, he does.
I love it.
Stylo.
Ship them over, Rookie. I'll take A-can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want some Blastomusa now.
Yeah, I love mine. That
Let's
thing grows
see.
like a weed.
Who's a good one? Yeah. Green Posilopora damicornis.
Oh, okay.
So they look kind of like acros, but they don't have the real skinny branches, but they're supposed to be a hell of a lot easier to grow.
Super easy to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have, a stylo. Yeah.
Stylo? Okay. They're all
Also.
Yeah, a little bit different growth forms. Well, I mean, they're all vertical growth forms, but slightly different shapes.
The Seriatopora will have like pointier tips.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, the Stylophora, will have like nubby tips.
Yeah.
That's mine's nubby.
And
yeah, exactly.
Ocelotopore is nubby, but there's a little bit of difference between those two.
Ocelotopore is kind of in between. Like it's like
Yeah.
normal fish. It's kind of like normal coral. Branchy. Like bushy. It kind of looks bushy.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a bonsai tree.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah.
But
Shaped
all
and-
three of those are super. They should be super easy to grow. Like if you can grow, hammer coral and stuff like that, you should be.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I grew all that, no problem. Let's see. Unique. Welsey. Yeah, I know there's Welsey and Merletti Blastos.
Also, what's really cool about those three you just mentioned, they grow fast. Like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Blastomusa Merletti. Is that what you have?
I saw that tonight.
That kind of looks like mine, yeah.
I'll be honest. I may have put that in my cart and just kind of walked away tonight.
Yeah.
Have you ever ordered from Tidal Gardens?
I have. He ships amazing.
All I've ordered from Travis at Fish a Hex. The only person I've ordered from.
And is the best shipping I've ever seen in any online course.
Yellow Eye Blasto Merletti. The Merlettis are. Oh shit! I just watched a video the other day.
So are they smaller? Like the
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
they look-
grow faster, but they have better
the head.
colors. They grow slower. They have better colors.
okay.
I believe is the way it works. Yep.
Yeah, that's
They have a guy around here that has Dragon Soul Favia for sale. It's not a bad price for what it is, but
Yeah.
it also comes with bubble algae and Aptasia.
oh nice. Just what you need.
Yeah. So I don't see anything more in there.
I think my next coral, I think I want to get an elegance.
Elegance
Oh,
coral? Yeah, I do
yeah.
like elegance corals.
Yeah. Does Michael still have that big one that he bought? Do you know?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Nope.
Because he had a pretty nice size one. Yeah, see, that looks like
There you
mine.
go, Ryan. That's not bad.
So I must have a Wellesley, because that looks like mine.
It's $18 a polyp, but
Yeah, but one polyp turns into,
yeah.
like, I don't know how many I have now.
I have much better lights on this tech too. I think that's where my problem was before.
$18 a pop. I mean, I got these guys trying to sell mushrooms for like $25 a mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's an elegant, yeah. 109, but it's a big one. Yeah.
Elegants are sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
love
don't have one of those either. That'd be a good addition.
I just don't know where I'd put it.
Yeah, I got a bubble coral that's like massive.
Oh, look at
But I got
that.
a 180. I got
Cool.
room. I can make
You guys seen the orange torches?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I saw a couple this weekend. I was like, holy God. They were like
Awesome.
$400 though.
Yeah.
Shit. Aussie Gold Torch is going up to $200 a head.
Yeah, I was surprised I saw these orange fish.
You saw what?
They were orange torches. They were
hmm And how much?
like $450 for like,
Shit.
I don't know. They were maybe 4 or 5, like probably like 3-4 heads maybe.
Yeah.
No, that's
Well,
not
look
too
at-
bad then.
I
I
like
paid
that.
$30 for my head of gold, Aussie Gold.
You guys like Octospawn? And you guys,
Yeah, I have I have a green octo in there.
I really like that. I think it's neat.
Yeah.
Ricky said, "Holy shit! I'm a stock up on gold torches." Yeah, right now they're going for $200 a polyp, Ricky.
As rookies in Australia, right?
Yeah.
Hoard the blue mushrooms, man.
Mm-hmm. Which one were you looking at?
That
K-Town.
go up a little bit. It was an 8-can Lord. No, it's that. Yeah, right there. That red mint. Oh no, it's a Blasto. Yeah, Blasto. No, go
Peppermint
back.
8-can Lord.
Yeah, and then there was a Blasto peppermint above it.
Oh, red mint Blastomusa.
Yeah, yeah. And how much is that one?
$18 a polyp.
It's not bad.
I guess isn't too bad.
No. Wonder how easy those are. Those wouldn't be easy to frag though, would they?
Here's an Aussie green mint. I don't think they'd be any harder than anything else once they grow out.
With a wet saw though, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
You can just Dremel that stuff.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm just gonna let my brother buy it. He's already talking about buying a damn Griffin saw.
Perfect.
Borrow his.
I don't have any of that crap, man. I've been drilling corals for years. Just get the biggest.
Here you go, 1.5-inch red mint blasto, $50.
Just get the biggest diamond crusted like disc you can fit on a Dremel.
Yeah.
And then go to town. You're good.
Oh, I like that blood red Lobo.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble. So what I picked up the other day was Magician's Palithoa. Magician's Pallies.
So what are they? What color are they?
Magician Pally. I picked it up with 3 heads for $25, $15 for 3 heads. No, 25 for 3 heads. And it already has 3 new sprouts on it.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, so it's like it was sprinkled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've got a whitish, that green mouth, and it looks like it's got green sprinkled throughout it.
Yeah.
But I did a par test today, so I ordered some little LED strips to add on. I've got a 4-bolt T5 over this 40 breeder.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered some little LED strips, and I wasn't quite too sure about them. The fit and finish isn't phenomenal, but they're not overly expensive. Was the trade-off. And I forgot I had borrowed Death Mage's Senai. She lives like 3 miles.
Was she right by you?
Oh, yeah. So she let me borrow her Senai, and I tested it. So with the LED bars on the sand bed, I'm getting like 135 par, and the top of my rock, I'm getting 270. So
that's with both T5.
That's with both. Yeah. Without it, I was getting 200 and 100, 105. Oh, wow. Okay. So 105 on the sand bed with T5 still isn't bad.
No.
And I'm not running what I need to be running. Yeah. I've got a Blue Plus, a Purple Plus, and 2 Aqua Blue Specials. But I'm going to change them out eventually to 2 Blue Plus, 2 Coral Plus.
So how much more expensive is it to run T5s than, like percentage-wise, than LEDs? Is it like 50% more, 10%
like
more?
Energy cost, or
yeah, energy cost.
$10 a month. I mean, I'm running a 4-bulb T5. It's probably a $10 a month difference because I'm running a 4-bulb T5, so it's 420. It's 150 watts versus a Radian would be 65 watts.
LEDs run really low.
But they're 65 though, aren't they? Somewhere around there.
Yeah, but then there's a whole DC to AC conversions, whatever, 30, 40 watts, something like that.
Yeah. I used to run halides, and then I switched to LEDs, and huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, halides are also a lot more power than a T5.
Yeah. But it's because I'm just wondering. So if I went T5 though, like I'd be looking at. So if it's $10 a month more for you,
if you added T5s.
On my 180 plus 260s on each side of it, it would be quite a bit more a month.
Yeah. Now, if you added T5s to it, like if you were just going to add
just
a retrofit kind of kit, add a couple of bulbs, let's say 2 on the front, 2 on the back, or even 1 and 1 to give you some fill in. I mean, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be more than $10-15 a month difference.
Okay, so that's not bad.
God, I like that black torch.
Yeah, that is sweet.
I
wonder what that would look. I wonder what. Oh, you have one?
Uh-huh.
What does it look like under blues?
It looks black.
Just black, but the white tips kind of pop?
Yeah, mine are kind of yellowish tips.
Okay.
Mine's not quite that black.
Okay.
But like, so the normal green tip torch,
yep,
it's darker than that.
Okay.
But I don't really have blues either, so.
True enough. Yeah. Spider-Man.
That's pretty cool.
$150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
That's sweet.
Actually, I'm not kidding. I added that to my cart. I just haven't pulled the trigger.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he mentioned it, like before I got on the stream.
Yeah.
I was shopping around.
See, I've been looking at getting, if I know that I can support acros and stuff, once I get to that point, I'll probably do like an SPS mystery pack from Than.
Yeah.
But I guess if I specified no acropora, he'd probably go with it. Let me catch up here.
Have you ever ordered from him?
No, I haven't.
Mm.
I was really impressed with. I've ordered once from him. I got. I picked what I wanted. But yeah, the way he packages and ships is the best I've ever seen. And I've done worldwide corals, live aquarium. I've done everything.
You just look at him and look at his facility, and you almost would expect that. Just
he literally he puts every single coral in a drug test piss container with like styrofoam upside down.
Yeah, that's how Travis packs his from Fish X.
Perfectly guarded, and then he, in the box, it's like depending on what the temperature is outside, it either has heating or cooling or whatever. Like it's, I mean, it's the best I've ever seen. Like I ordered 2 frags from Worldwide Corals. They just came in today, actually. They were just in bags, just hanging out,
just thrown in there. Yeah.
Yeah, bags with like staples on them. I mean, they were fine, but
yeah,
Tattle Gardens is legit.
This is something I want as well.
I had one
tentacle plate.
I had one, and I had it for probably a year, and then one day it just started
dying,
going down. Yeah, and
I bought a little green, just regular green plate, fungi plate. I don't know, a little bit bigger than what a $50 would be.
Yep.
So I don't know, an inch around, something like that, a little over an inch around. I broke it the other day.
Oh.
Into 3 pieces.
And is it still alive?
Yeah, so far.
Okay. So
pieces are slowly migrating apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an orange fungia plate. It's about, I don't know, 3-inch diameter. It's a beautiful coral when its sweepers are out, tentacles are out, and yeah, I love it. But I missed that long tentacle one, but I just can't find them. And I can't order from you guys in the States, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just look, everybody that would come by, oh, I love your anemone. No, it's not an anemone. But that's what it looks like.
Oh, have you ever ordered from Aqua SD, Ryan?
I have not, but I do have a Miliopora from them through a local frag swap.
They've got some nice stuff.
I have a rainbow Miliopora that's an ASD.
My pet peeve is websites that don't work right.
Agree.
Or that aren't set up well. So like this one, that's my only thing, is their website is very
really cheesy looking.
Yeah, well, it's kind of nice, but you got acans, acro, and anemone. There is no Euphilia, Favia, fungi. There's no SPS, so I can't see if they have the stuff we were talking about a minute ago, stylos and things like that.
Yeah. So how would you find it?
I don't know.
Because they don't even have a search bar.
Even if you do the drop-down list, it's not in there. There's other LPS, but there is no other SPS.
Okay.
They have a rainbow Miliopora on there.
I'm sure they do. I guess it's under acro.
Yes.
There are no products in acro.
What? Oh, really?
Here's their Blastos, though.
Sold out, sold out, sold out. Yeah, it's one of those where they. Yeah.
That bugs me too. If it's sold out, it shouldn't be on here.
That.
Don't show me sold out stuff.
No, just yeah. But if they don't, they'll have one item to sell.
Fine.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate that.
I mean, I understand it's what you see is what you get, but that's fine. When it's sold, pull it off the site automatically.
Yeah, you can't see it, so yeah.
Yeah, that kills me. I'm like, oh, I want that. Oh, it's
sold out. Yeah.
Yep. I tell you now, most of this stuff, because I was looking at their site the other day, they had a 40% off Labor Day sale. They were stocked up before Labor Day, and they sold out. I looked at it Labor Day morning because I was working. So I looked at it, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 80% of their stuff was sold.
Oh,
good for them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And good for whoever got the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Miss Reefer Fox won a gift card to them. Like a $200 credit to them off of some competition or whatever.
Are they an online only type thing? Obviously.
Yes, their big thing is they sell through eBay as well.
Oh, okay.
I've never had dendros.
No.
That's one I don't desire since it's NPS.
My wife wants Goniopora, but they're hard to keep from what I understand.
What's the cousin? Alveopora is supposed to be
Alveopora.
easier.
Yeah,
Is it?
I can't keep them alive to save my life.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're just.
I can keep Acropora alive, but I can't keep Alveopora alive. I don't get it.
Yeah, how does that work?
And some people can, and it looks great.
Yeah. What about the have you guys ever kept dendros?
No, that's what I was just asking about. But they're NPS, so I don't want anything to.
A long time
so
ago.
NPS you have to feed. Is that what it is?
Yes, because they do not photosynthesize.
Yeah. Okay.
They are feed only. So if you ever see a sun coral,
Gotta feed.
you gotta feed them.
Okay.
I mean, they're really cool looking, but jet black with light bright green mouth, or they have a bright red one.
Yeah.
I see. Like I have a what's this thing called? Gorgonian, but it is a Caribbean photosynthetic Gorgonian.
Oh.
It's red with white polyps, and there's a non-photosynthetic and a photosynthetic one. The Caribbean one, red with white polyps, is photosynthetic.
So you don't have to feed it.
You don't have to feed it, but you can.
You can. Yeah, exactly.
It's got like smooth red skin, bright red skin on it. They're bright red. It's like a deep red, and then it's got white fuzzy polyps that stick out.
Nice. Yeah, and she would like that. She wants like a flowery looking, like she wanted. If she had her way, she'd have a tank full of pulsing zinnias.
What about rock flower anemones?
I would love rock flower anemones. She would probably like that too.
Yeah, you need to talk to Dev then, because when his starts splitting.
Yeah, because he just got four more.
Really cool color morphs.
Yeah.
Here is a purple one, which I better not look. Oh, that's the whip version.
Do they walk around as much as like a bubble tip?
Well, Billy had one walking around, and he gave them to. What did he give them to? Jeff from American Reefing, I think.
So they do.
His were walking around like he couldn't keep them anywhere where he wanted it, so he gave them away or sold them. I don't know what he did, but
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that.
There you go.
But then they didn't move in Jeff's tank. Jeff put them right where, and they didn't move. So yeah.
Well, Jeff's got a much bigger tank than Billy. Maybe that has to do with it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
That's what this Gorgonian looks like.
Pretty.
Yeah.
There, that's a good picture of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what kind of?
Those are all over the ocean, man. You see those everywhere.
What kind of flow?
I blast them.
Blast them? Okay.
Yeah. My LFS, that's where I got it from, but he had cut a bunch of it up and he kept a pretty big piece. I don't know, maybe the size of a small broom head.
Yeah.
So I don't know, 10 centimeters by, no, not 10, 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters, something like that.
Big.
And he's got a 1,200 gallon display tank he just set up a couple months ago in the store. And it sits in front of the MP60. It's like
Right
2
in front
feet
of-
in front of the MP60 that's running full blast.
Okay.
Gronins are cool.
Mm-hmm.
They are. They grow. It grows okay. I had a little bit of trouble with it in the old tank. And
filter. Go ahead.
well, and it died off in some places, so it's still connected, but like in the middle, there's some dead spots where there's no polyps. So it's still dark red, but there's no polyps, and it has algae on it right now, like stringy algae. So I think I'm going to cut the dead spots off of the main part on the rock, and then re-glue those pieces down and let them start growing out.
Okay. I was just going to ask, they're filter feeders, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Their little polyps will grab pieces of food.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an SPS will. It's just got bigger polyps. And it's technically a soft coral.
Yeah. I didn't even know DM was still on there. He just dropped out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He probably fell asleep.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, because I could put some of those in the display refugium too, right?
Yeah.
That would look pretty neat in there.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You just got to be careful if they're photosynthetic or not.
Oh, so they have some that aren't?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Okay.
See, like this one is photosynthetic. Purple ribbon.
So is yours
Yes.
photosynthetic? Yeah.
Yes. If you see there's red with white polyps like that. There's two versions of it. One of them is Caribbean, is photosynthetic. I believe the other one is somewhere in the Pacific.
Okay.
And it's non-photosynthetic. But
so
I mean,
you're feeding it roids, like, or something like that, like, because they're small polyps, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, they're big enough to take. So, like, what I feed that Reef nutrition stuff. Like I said, that's what the LFS guy uses.
Yeah.
What he kind of recommended. But if you look at their web, I don't know if y'all have ever looked at them or not. And I think y'all can get it there. I think Dev said y'all could get it there.
Okay.
You can buy foods of different particle size, so you can feed them accordingly.
Okay.
So, like, what my LFS guy does is he feeds their oyster feast, their tiger feast, and their Fido feast, and he does one of them a day. So he rotates them. Every day he does one of the three. But the oyster feast is oyster eggs. The tiger feast is tiger pods.
Okay.
That's live tiger pods. I don't need that. Tiger feast, oyster feast. They have real oceanic eggs, which is a really good one. It's like you just dump it in front of a power head or where your tank outflow is. So if you look at it, I wonder if they have their card. There it is. Feed selector. Select an animal. So if you're going to do non-photosynthetic coral, Fido feast, Roddy feast, artiopods, tiger pods. These are all the things they recommend for it. Now they have a little card that's pretty cool that shows you, but each of these has a I was hoping I could find the card. Has a different particle size.
Okay.
So large polyp stony. Their oyster feast can basically go for anything. Look, here it is. 100 to 200 micron particles.
Oh, wow.
Then you go Tiger Feast, I believe, is the next step up. Is Tigger Pods, the little bitty Tigger Pods. basically dead in the bottle with a stabilizer to keep them from rotting.
Yeah.
Now they have to be refrigerated.
I was going to ask you that. So they are refrigerated.
Yeah, they're refrigerated,
Okay.
but like it's got a pop top like a sunscreen bottle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just squirt it in.
Yeah, you just squirt it in.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He pops the top and he squirts it in front of the power head, about a tablespoon's worth a day.
Okay.
And that's in a Red Sea Reefer. I don't know. It's like a 40-gallon tank.
Okay.
I don't know what reefer size that is. 150. I think it is Red Sea Reefer 150.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'll ask Devin.
Yeah, ask him. He'll know where y'all can get it, if y'all can get it. But if you listen to the British guys, they talk about what's that stuff they talk about? There's a company that they use that has similar products. No nitrates, no phosphates, you know.
Yeah.
And so they even sell mysis feast, which is mysis shrimp, small mysis shrimp. Now, I don't use this. He uses it for picky eaters, but usually he just feeds frozen mysis for the cost. Now, this stuff's expensive. Don't get me wrong. It's expensive. It's like $30 a bottle.
Yeah, but the bottle's going to last. It's not like you're going to go through it in a week.
The last bottle of Oyster Feast I had actually expired before I used it all. I wasn't quite feeding enough of it, and so that's what he told me, though I didn't realize it. He said, well, next time, he said, if you see it gets close to the expiration date, he said, you take a ice cube tray, or you can take foil and lay it out and freeze it and break it down and thaw it just like you would frozen food.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so Oyster Feast will feed SPS up to, here it says it here, appropriate for smallest SPS corals, Acropora, Monipora, up to LPS such as Goniopora and Favites. Favites, however you want to say it.
Favites,
that's it.
Favites.
Oyster ovarian tissue and eggs. So like that's what I did a minute ago because I saw the polyps out on that Monty. I have the Tigger Feast, so I put a squirt of Tigger Feast in, turned my pumps off, put a squirt of Tigger Feast in, and let the power head circulate it for a minute. And then I watched all the acans and my ward corals and stuff open up.
Yeah,
and then I started target feeding a little more with the other food, the frozen food thawed out. But yeah, it's quick and easy. You can get multiple particle sizes. I was actually mixing them together for a while. I was taking the Oyster Feast, the Tigger Feast, and I had the next size up too. And I would mix a little bit at a time. I think I was taking like a teaspoon, and I'd do like 2 teaspoons of each in a little container, mix them together. Then I diluted them with a little RO water, refrigerate it, and every day I would just take and scoop a little bit out.
Yeah.
So you're getting all 3 in one instead of having to take all 3 bottles out of the fridge.
That's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to find out. Yeah, because the reefroids, you got to mix it, and then that's why I do it so seldomly, is because it's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, see, I'm looking right now. I got the light on above the Caulerpa, and then right beside it, I have my trumpet corals. There's a little frag rack with some, and I'm looking at them right now, and they're just fully extended out. Like all their polyps are out. So that would be perfect time just to dump some in. Yeah.
Sustainable Marine Canada has them.
So I can order them online.
Yep.
Perfect.
SustainableMarineCanada.ca. It's overnight shipping like corals would be.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Hey, it's cheaper there.
Is it?
Oyster Feast 6-ounce bottle, $28.34.
Canadian. So that's like $5 American.
Well, it's $32 American for my LFS.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because $28 is probably somewhere around $21 American.
Tigger. The Roddy was the one I was using. The Rotifer Feast.
$28.
Oh, it says it on the bottles, I thought. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're 40 to 275 microns for the Roddy Feast.
Okay.
You know, the Tigger Feast is 250 to 1700. So the eggs is the smallest, then the Roddy Feast is the next, the little bitty Rotifers, you know, and then the Tigger is the next size. But that's what my LFS guy told me. He said you can get away with Oyster Feast and Tigger Feast will cover everything in your tank.
Everything. $12 for the. Oh no, that's the Fido.
That's the Fido.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
the Tigger is 48.30.
Okay. 6 ounce?
Yes.
I don't see the number on there. Probably.
Very limited quantities. Yeah, it's the 6 ounce bottle.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're feeding a couple mils a day.
Yeah.
You know, and if you get both and alternate them, it'll last a long time.
Yeah.
Try just the Oyster Feast for now and see how you like it. It's cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so can you? Well, what's it called? Sustainable Marine Canada. I'm just gonna type that in right now, so I have it.
Here.
Sustainable.
Copy. I'm posting the link in the chat.
Okay. Perfect.
I don't know if there's a place closer to you that has it or not. So
I wonder where these guys are. Let's find out.
store locator. I don't guess you'll have zip codes, huh?
We have postal codes.
What's your postal code?
V1X.
Oh, probably not. Yep. It's U.S. zip code.
Yeah, okay. Okay, contact us. Let's go to contact us. Our new location is ready. Oh, it's in, yes, back east, London, Ontario.
So there, Ryan, or you passed out yet?
He's out.
I'm still here. I'm about
there he
to
goes.
not be here, but I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm about to go crash out for a little while.
Yep.
In a few minutes here. Sustainable Marine Canada, Sustainable Marine Canada. Derek's Reef Shop.
Yeah, so you just Googled Reef Nutrition? Yeah.
Yeah, Reef Nutrition Canada. Now I Googled Reef
British
Nutrition
Columbia.
British
Okay,
Columbia, and it's, I don't see.
Yeah, everything's back east. It's just the way it works for us.
Yeah. But I'm sure they can ship it overnight. I mean, that's how it's
Yeah.
shipped here if you buy it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, J&L Aquatics. Is that? Yeah, that's in Vancouver.
Is that by you?
Yeah, that's where I get a lot of my stuff from.
Reef Nutrition. Yep, they have it.
There we go. There we go. And they ship overnight almost free. Like it's. There we go.
Yep.
That's probably where
$31.95 for the Roddy Feast.
Yeah, that's where Devin will get it. Guaranteed.
Oyster Feast. I don't know if he uses it or not. He just said that he could get it.
Yeah, that's where he would get it. Okay, perfect. That makes it easy.
So,
Yes, I order from them.
And now,
once every 2 months.
Okay, I was gonna say if you like the stuff, they have Artie Pods, which I think are big. They're smaller than Mysis, but let's see. That's a 16-ounce bottle.
Yeah, so it's big. Yeah.
Let's pull it up here. Yeah, 3,000 microns.
Okay.
Now I know like these Artie Pods, he feeds mandarins with.
Well, when you were talking about, that's what I was thinking for my mandarin too. I bet you would eat some of the.
He feeds them the rotifers and the Artie Pods.
Yeah, because the mysis is just too big. It can't get it in its mouth. It tries.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So he will use that on mice on mandarins.
Okay.
They also have, and they probably don't carry it because it's hard to get, apparently, even here. It's like a baby Mises feast.
Okay. Mises feast.
Yeah, 7 to 25. It's just Mises shrimp. It's very expensive for Mises shrimp.
Yeah, I just use the frozen thawed out.
Yeah.
Oh, special order too. Yeah. Yeah, like that's for us in Western Canada. That's our go-to place is J&L. And I've been to their store. Like it's an amazing store. Like their fish, it's all reef. It's all or saltwater.
Yeah.
No freshwater. Yeah.
So that's what I was looking for. So if you decide you like it and it's working, you can get the 16-ounce bottle for double.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're doubling up, but you're actually getting almost 3 times the amount of food.
Yeah. What, 28? Yeah. Yeah, about double. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yep. Just at double the price, but you're getting 16 ounces instead of 12.
Yeah.
They have, so the Roddy Feast big bottles, they sell live Tigger pods, but I mean, I'd get those from somewhere else. That's just me. Now, the Fido Feast, they sell in this 32-ounce, which is quart jug, and they sell the Oyster Feast like that because that's what he uses in the store.
Okay.
But I don't think these people have it. They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fido Feast Premium. So if you're going to feed phytoplankton, that's supposed to be a pretty good phytoplankton.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually talked with this guy on a couple of the forums. I've seen him talk and comment and things like that. Somebody a very nice person, very nice guy.
No, and it works for you, so that's.
Yeah, it's coral food. The thing is, it has no added nitrates and phosphates.
Yeah. Okay, so now you were talking about pet peeves. Go down to you want to see pet peeve? Go down to fish or that's right at the bottom. Marine fish. Go to marine fish, for example.
Okay.
Tell me this won't bug the shit out. Okay, so let's say you want that angel right there.
Mm-hmm.
So click on that. See that says out of stock? Okay, so click on any one of those, and that's what it's going to say. It doesn't matter which one you click on, it's going to say out of stock.
Even if it's in stock.
Even if it's in stock.
Oh, that would piss me off.
It took me forever to find. There's a way you go on there, and they give a PDF list of what they have in stock.
Oh, God.
But I don't know. I didn't know that for the longest time. I'm thinking this is ridiculous. They don't have anything in stock.
How do they make any money? They're a fish store.
Well, it's ridiculous, right? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
Later, Eradicate. Oh, that's funny. That's terrible.
It drove me crazy.
Yeah, that would piss me off beyond no means. Oh, shit. Have you ever seen the pink streaked wrasse?
I haven't. I've seen the pink wrasse, but not a pink streaked one. No. Oh, cool.
So he looks like a little mini 6-line.
Yeah.
But he only gets like 2.5 inches long.
No, perfect.
They're essentially a 6-line smaller without the aggression. They don't have any aggression like the 6 lines do.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope. And so that's why I got him for this tank, because now he's little bitty. He's like 3/4 of an inch. He'll top out at 2.5, 3 inches, but he hunts pests, and I can already see him doing it. You'll watch him swim around the rock, and he eyeballs it as he's swimming, and you'll see him stop, and he'll turn, and he'll look the other eye, and then he hits the rock and picks something off of it real fast.
Yeah, see, that would be perfect for my 60. I could put him in the 60.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm on a wrasse kick now.
Yep, I haven't seen them in person yet. And then my LFS got 2 of them in. I was like, oh, I'm getting one.
Yeah.
I told my wife it's a baby. It wasn't very expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm on I picked up a, he's probably 4 inches leopard wrasse.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Well, see, that's what I was going to do, is get a small leopard or Malinaris wrasse for this tank. but at some point he's going to grow to where the tank's going to be just a little too small for him.
Yeah.
And he has the potential to be aggressive, and he has the potential to eat things I don't want him to eat.
Yeah.
So like this, that pink streak will eat flatworms. He'll eat, small pests. He'll eat baby bristleworms. They won't eat big ones because they're so small, but
Yeah.
he sucks down mysis. He sucks down full-size mysis shrimp.
Perfect.
He'll grab a hold of it in the middle, and then he'll suck it down. It's impressive.
Well, my leopard wrasse is 4 inches long. It's a good size, maybe even a little bit bigger. But what he'll do, he'll grab a big piece of mysis, and he won't swallow it. He takes it over to the rock, and he kind of, roughs it up on the rock, and then he swallows it like in pieces.
That's funny.
Yeah. But my Melanaris just devours it. Like he can't get enough.
Yes, my brother wants one, but he doesn't know what he wants. His wife wants a leopard. Yeah, leopard wrasse, I think is what she was looking at. Is there a black leopard wrasse?
Well, there's a few different ones.
I think a black leopard is what they were looking at.
I want to, mine's a male, and then the female looks different, like a little bit. So, and I'm still looking for a female. As soon as I see one, I'm grabbing it.
Will they mate in the aquarium or no?
Well, they might try, but I mean, just like, clowns, right?
Yeah, everything gets eaten.
Yeah, but it's just to have the pair swimming together. That's
right.
It's kind of schooling a bit.
So that's why I like my trio of blennies.
Yeah.
Which I need to get barnacles for them.
Yeah, actually the barnacle. I got that barnacle from J&O.
Well, when you look at them when they sleep, they swim in the water column. I mean, they'll go down and pick off the sand. They'll go and pick off the rock, but they hang out upper half of the tank. Yeah, middle tank to top of the tank most of the time. When they sleep, that's where they want to sleep. So right now, I've got 3 of them. They all go wedge themselves against the silicone in opposite corners up at the top of the tank against the black trim.
Oh, no way. Just to get out of the current, if you will.
Yeah, well, so and it even says on their description, they live in barnacles, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. So the thing is, there's 2 of them that go in opposite corners, right? The third one, so I have the MP10, then I have a little J-Bow, the 500 gallon per hour constant fan pump, right?
Yeah.
I don't have it on. It's in the tank. I have it where I can plug it in to create a cross flow. After I feed, I'll usually do that to kick everything up a little bit. He backs himself in there like it's a barnacle.
Into the pump.
Into the wave pump. Yep.
Yeah.
When it's not running. I mean, he won't try it when it's running, but
yeah. So
I have to check and make sure every time I plug it in that he's not backed up in there. And he will go all the way in there and wedge himself in there.
So you need a barnacle for him.
I need a barnacle cluster so they can all hide in a barnacle.
Yeah.
And they fight over that wave pump.
Yeah. But they're not. But so they don't school when they go to bed, though. Like when they're going to sleep, They don't school.
When they go to sleep, they split up. But during the day, they school. And I think it's a male, female, and an oddball because there's 2 of them that are always together, and the third one will kind of go off on his own every now and then meet back up with him and swim around, and then he'll kind of linger on his own and
like a clown, the third clown kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Holy shit.
What?
That magician Zoa, because I'm looking at it since it's closed up. So I bought it with 3. I've got 7 heads on it right now.
How long have you had it?
Sweet. A month, maybe.
Oh, wow. Cha-ching?
Yeah, cha-ching. Well, the other frag they had, it was I got these new frags from my brother's store where he works. And that's what he said. The other frag of it they had just split. It was a 2 polyp head, and it split into 4.
Yeah, perfect.
I like them. I like the bigger. I got some of the little zoas from them. I don't really care for them. I like the bigger polyps.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a colony of I call them microzoas. Like they're just these tiny little things that I got from the local fish store. I mean, they're colorful and all, but they're so freaking tiny.
Yep.
Like they're a fraction of the size of a regular zoa.
See, like my Sunny D's that I have, when I fragged them to give my brother a couple, I actually cut them. I watched a couple videos, and you can actually cut them, the tissue.
Like the stem, you mean, or
Kind of, sort of. So, like, I got it to where there was like 3 of them kind of branched off to the side from the rest.
Yeah.
And they were still connected on the rock.
Like with the string, kind of stringy.
Yeah. It's got like the string along the rock where they still connect, but and you can cut that with a razor blade and it'll heal.
Okay.
Piss them off like all get out, but.
Oh, yeah.
But I did that with and then I had Arctic ice zoas. I did it with them. I actually scraped them off the rock and glued them back down on frag plugs.
And they stayed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Some of them did. A couple of them floated off in the tank, and I found them in other places later on.
Yeah.
They attached somewhere, though.
Yeah.
I had a gold torch head floating around here a while back. I think it died.
Oh, it came off.
One of the polyps bailed out on my gold torch. Not on my gold torch. I'm sorry, on my gold hammer.
Okay. Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 others. So I just need to start growing out now instead of just splitting.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to start fragging some of my zoas colonies because they're getting so big. And I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this one right now. It's closed up, of course. And there's got to be, if I had to guess, 50, 60.
Cool.
Right. And I should probably sell those off because they grow like weeds, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never really noticed this late at night because they're right closed up. All you see is a button and a stem.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a ton of them on that rock.
Yep. See, that's my brother's thing. He likes zoas. He's got, I don't know, he's probably spent $500, $600 on zoas.
Yeah.
Granted, it's probably a couple grand worth of zoas he got because somehow he finds deals that nobody else does. I mean, one guy, I don't remember what it was. We did the math on it. He paid $200 and it was like $600 worth of zoas.
Oh,
you know, if you go pull the price per head on whatever, we used a couple of different sites, but on some of the popular sites, it worked out to be like $600 worth of zoas.
But he keeps them all?
For now.
For now, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because he's got them growing. You know, a lot of them were like 1 or 2 heads. Some of the stuff he got, like one of them he got was, is it Armor of God zoas?
Yeah.
They're like $125 a head.
A polyp. Yeah.
Yeah. He got 2 polyps with that set.
That paid for the whole thing right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's one of those. I don't know. He's got a golden. No, he's got a golden mixing spoon up his arse. That's what he's got.
Yeah. Unreal.
Not a teaspoon, a mixing spoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Giant, long-handled. He's the only person I know that can total a car, and with the insurance money, get a newer car. He totaled an 07 Impala, and with the insurance money, ended up buying an 11.
Did he have a replacement?
That's just what they cut the check for, the value.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if only that would rub off on other people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He got that 40 breeder that he got. He paid $50 for a 40 breeder drilled with the stand and a 20-gallon sump under it. 20-gallon long tank set up as a sump.
Jeez.
I don't know where he gets the stuff.
Yeah. Well, I got these. Hang on, I'm just gonna turn my camera on here.
I'll tell you what. I don't think anybody else is here except the 2 of us.
No, there isn't. Yeah. So I picked up these, like the one that I have my, like that one there, and then a twin to it.